in Foxborough with the Patriots. But it's going to be really nice. And you know, it's kind of like, not to bring this up as an example, but Mario Cristobal got a little bit of that last week. Oh, Pittsburgh and cold weather, they're going to pound them. Oh, my God, Pittsburgh just pounded Georgia Tech, and they did. They ran all over them the week before. Oh, my God, how are our guys? And half the teams never played in cold weather, and everybody goes, Malachi Tony, I'll guarantee he's – yeah, you're right. Most of those guys probably have never played in a lot of cold weather. And they went up there and smashed them. You know why? Because they had a better football team. they kicked their ass. That's why. So it's going to be nice. We get past that, and it's cold and all that stuff. And bottom line is, right now the Dolphins have a better team than New York. They just need to go up and win. You do. And for the first time in a long time, the good part of this team, as we're kicking off this day, the defense has gotten a lot better from when this thing started. And you had all those guys out there, and it just didn't, you were like, oh boy. And it was for a while. It wasn't a 1 or 2 game deal. I mean, that defense for the first month and a half of the season, you're going, holy crap. Well, what's going on? And, you know, after the Baltimore game, besides, you look at the schedule, and you got a pretty good idea after that Baltimore game what you were looking at, and that was a bad game, cost Chris Greer's job. That was icing on the cake for the general manager. But the defense, they have their best game they've played in years against the Buffalo Bills. They crushed them, beat them every way possible. So now all of a sudden the defense has been really good, physical, young guys, old guys. I feel like Zach Sealer's been freed up he's running around and not babysitting other defensive linemen, young guys, and he's just doing his thing because he now can trust those guys. And the rest of those guys are playing really well. It's been a great story. 7 takeaways in 3 games, defense, and a pick 2. Been dying to say that. The pick 2, interception on the 2-point conversion, and he runs it back. Mika Fitzpatrick, and so you pick up. You don't get credit for the takeaway in that play, but you got 2 points, ends up making a big difference in that game. You're giving up 13, and 17 points, giving up 14 points a game in the last 3. I don't care who you're playing. I don't care who you're playing in the National Football League. You can keep people down at that number, you're going to win. Then on top of that, all of a sudden this running game, Devon Achane got about half his 1,000 yards in the last 3 weeks. Might be exaggerating a little bit, but 174, 120, and 134 with a big fat yards per carry. It's not like he has to carry it 40 times to get it. It's 5.5 to 6 yards every time. Had a bunch of 9-yard runs in this last one. And so it's been really good. It's set up. Things I'm telling you about set you up for cold weather to have success. Now, the other part of this is, and the guys are like, hey, man, Tua is a great team player. He's not upset about his numbers and passing, and he just wants to win, which is true. He does. He got his money. He wants to win. You're right. He does. Some of the things that are said yesterday, I just kind of step back that we have to do a breakdown of scrambling and protecting yourself and slide first, head first, slide back. And I'm like, I feel like I'm talking to a high school senior or a freshman in college to explain where the ball's marked and when to go and when not to. And hey, listen, I'm very aware, and I've lived through every one of his concussions, and I get it. You got to be smart. But there's got to be times at the end of the game. I'm not saying try to run somebody over. I'm not saying that, but you got to make sure you know how to properly get a first down so we don't go through. I made a big deal about this. I was the only guy making a big deal about this. Everybody was talking about he's not throwing the ball well. He's not moving well. And that was like a 4th and 4, and he gets 3 yards, and you got a long yard left, and then you don't get it. So it becomes a big issue because the Saints had a chance to tie the game up. So I
don't see how you can have it both ways, though, man. Like, you can't keep the guy healthy and say, well, we got to get that extra yard.
But Woody, if you go back and look at it before you decide, it's not taking somebody on. It's diving first for another yard. It's not a moment where you have to.
I know, but if you do that
through.
slide thing, though, that also makes, guys are certainly not going to go lunging at you, most likely, right? You start diving head first forward, guys are going to try to stop you.
I'm just talking about diving down low.
I know. All. I just don't know if you can have it both ways.
Well, I can because it just, they're making a big deal about it. He said, I regret that. He said it.
I'm sure he does. You think he likes sliding?
I
don't think he likes sliding, Joe. I think there's a lot of things he doesn't like that have not gone his way, health-wise.
Anyway, that's where we are. But he's talking about his eyes and his footwork and passing, and I'm like, wow, it's late in the season to be talking about all these things. It just is. And by the way,
of the year where we talk about the cold now, so you can listen to that.
It's still there's still a lot of. It's positive reinforcement. It's not a negative place to work. It's like, hey, he's made some throws. He is making some throws too, but it's not where it needs to be for a franchise quarterback in this offense. I'm not saying another team's franchise quarterback. For our franchise quarterback, it's still, we got to get more, because after this game, and this probably won't be an easy game. The Jets are going to come out. It's a rivalry. They want to get this win. They seem to be playing better, even though they've traded some guys and their best receivers out for another week on IR.
You should still be able to put up some points this week, though, right?
I just
theoretically,
you got to be able to pound them running the football is what you should be able to do, and the defense should.
I like to see the guy make some throws, right?
The defense. Well, listen, I'm not. It's not a matter of making throws down the field, but when you got a chance to make a throw, you got to hit it. And I'm talking about shorter throws. You got to be able to hit them. And if it's not there down the field, don't just throw it up. We're lucky we don't have 3 or 4 interceptions over the last 3 weeks where guys have just, guy from Washington jumped up, and there are 2 guys on, it's usually Waddle. And it's just when Waddle takes off deep, I do agree, man. These teams are like, Waddle's not, you may get us one-on-one on the outside, and we know that, and our guys got to run with Waddle. But all that deep crossing stuff, deep down the middle of the field, every time they run one of those plays, it's just like they put in, we're not going to get beat on Waddle down the middle of the field. There's going to be a safety there to help you to the inside. And I just, I feel like teams have done a really good job with it. And maybe, hey, listen, not being uptight, it's allowing Achane to have this success that he's had to the year of being the MVP. My God, we got a lot of games left. He's already over 1,000 yards, just one of a couple of running backs to get there. So a lot of good stuff going on. And by the way, the other part of this thing, the kicking game has been this has been one of the best years I can remember for a field goal kicker, minus making a 50-yard. I think he's 0 for 1 on 50, but he's been unbelievable as a replacement to Jason Sanders, who got hurt. Patterson has been unbelievable, 21-23. And by the way, the only thing might be even better is Bailey. I didn't know Bailey was going to be on the team. Remember that? The special teams coordinator brought his own kicker in. And you're going, oh, he's done. And Bailey went out and just said, nah, I'm good. And he's averaging 49.2. He's backed up some kicks. We call it the beautiful pitching wedge, where you stop that shot and right by the hole. And man, he is doing it. Boy, I'll tell you what, the kicking game has been really, really good. So, hey, you add all those things up right now that's going on, and we got a couple ugly wins. We do. We got our best game we played, and we got a couple ugly wins that team should have never been able to come back on, but they were able to come back, including what the Saints did at the end of that game. And but you still made the plays. You get an interception from your cornerback, and you get a 2-point interception in the end zone by Minkah Fitzpatrick. So you get some great plays from Jones and Fitzpatrick, and all of a sudden, man, those are winning plays. Those are huge, huge plays. By the way, we got a lot of other stuff to get to. Last night, the 0-3 wasn't falling for the Miami Heat. My gosh, man, they were so hot the other night, right? Tied a record with 24 threes. Well, that wasn't the case last night, especially early in that game. They were ice cold. And by the way, like the Heat usually do, even when they lose, when they're way down, they come back and made it interesting at the end of the game. Come up short, though, against the Mavs. And, boy, the Mavs are just a great tease right now because when Anthony Davis does play, when he stays healthy, he doesn't stay healthy very much. But last night, he goes 17 points, and he's just coming back, right? He's been out forever with whatever, what is it, the Achilles or that calf muscle or something. Anthony Davis had 17 points, 17 rebounds, and 3 blocks. That's when he's healthy, he's pretty damn good. But the problem is he hasn't been healthy in L.A. and hasn't been healthy here. He's glass. Nobody's hurt more than that guy. But when he can play, he's damn good, Woody.
Well, you know what that guy owns, man? He owns being on the wrong side of what they call the worst trade in the history of that league.
Oh, boy.
Right? That's kind of a rough thing to have to live with.
Yeah.
That got lost in the whole Luka thing. Like everyone, how bad the whole deal was. And
I will tell you one thing. This Cooper Flagg.
He's getting there, huh? He's getting a little better.
He's getting there, and he's an aggressive, fun guy to watch. He is. He is. The numbers are going up. Yeah. He's getting his feet wet. But, the Mavs, not great. Playing better, though. Playing better, especially now they got their big guy back. And once they get their guard back, we'll see how that thing starts to look. Hey, right now, as you're just joining us, I want to just tell you about your South Florida Chevy dealers. Holiday season. Maybe you're looking around. And if you already got your list made up, I just want to open it up a little bit. If for some reason you don't have your South Florida Chevy dealers on your holiday gift, to check out the SUV family or maybe the truck family. Now, listen, I love the Corvettes. I got 3 of my neighbors all got brand new Corvettes. They must have called each other. They're all still married to the same women, but I don't know if they're going through something, but they all got Corvettes, and they're all older guys. But I will tell you this, man, when it comes to your South Florida Chevy dealer, starting with my beautiful Tahoe, over to the Suburban, to a Traverse, to an Equinox. Woody just jumped in an Equinox. He loves it. And then from there, you could go right over to the truck family, the Colorado, durable, everything you need here in South Florida. But if you need some truck, some serious durable truck stuff, Silverado 1500, oh, man, it's just a workday workhorse and a weekend warrior, if you know what I mean. Whether you got a boat to tow or just a lot of work to do and you need some heavy lifting in that truck, man, we got it for you. Whether it's a Silverado 1500 or the Silverado HD, legendary horsepower, one of the hardest working beds in the business. I always say this about South Florida Chevy trucks. It's like they've custom made a truck perfect for your lifestyle. And if you're all out and all in on working 7 days a week and you need a truck that works and will hold up like you do, well, we got it for you at your South Florida Chevy dealers. 14 dealerships throughout South Florida. This holiday season, as you're looking around, take a test drive and then go get yourself a great deal at your South Florida Chevy dealer.
Today.
Joe, before we get back to the show here, we got another code for you here. The Welcome to Rockville Music Festival returns to Daytona International Speedway May 7th to the 10th, featuring Guns N' Roses, Foo Fighters, My Chemical Romance, Godsmack, and more. We got a chance for you to win a pass for all 4 days. Just text the word chaos. That is spelled CHAOS to 20357. That is chaos, CHAOS to 20357. For more information, go to WQAM.com. Tickets also available. Welcome to Rockville.com. This is text contest, message and data rates applied on text and drive.
All right, Woody, thank you. And it is amazing that we beat this up yesterday a little bit, but National Signing Day, the first day, just no splash whatsoever. It is incredible. It was like, it has been so watered down because for a lot of different reasons. First of all, they're basically everybody's a 1-year free agent. So you can get real excited about your guys, but there's a good chance a lot of the class is going to leave if they don't play, or they play really well and want to go somewhere else. And then the second part of this is the transfer portal, where guys are coming in who have already got college experience at other places, and you're getting to usually leave a bad program or where a coach is fired. By the way, it's going to be the Wild West right now because all those coaches, they got fired. There's going to be some good players leaving, some really good players leaving, and they are free agents right now if they don't want to wait around to see for what coaches are going to get hired. There was a ton. Had to be a record amount of coaches. Hell, the Cal and Stanford coaches got fired. Just to give you an idea.
You guys are making a commitment to excellence over there.
I don't know, but they beat SMU with the new coach, whoever the guy was running the friggin' program.
Was that an interim coach?
Yeah.
They hire someone officially?
No.
See, that's the problem, too. Like, the calendar, again, of all this stuff, so screwed up. How do you even sign a class when you don't have a coach? Like, USF hired a guy yesterday. Hired Hardline yesterday. Like, I just
I'd say you got a late jump on it because
you don't say.
They said Penn State because of Penn State they're having trouble finding a coach. Trying to get the BYU guy, and he signed a big fat deal to stay in BYU. He's not leaving.
I hear Virginia Tech did well.
Virginia Tech did well, and look at that. They got him in early, and he was off and running.
He was doing interviews on ESPN. They were still playing games over there. He was at the games.
So, but Penn State didn't have a coach, so they have no recruits. They're like, who's running the deal? It's like, and again, it's probably, if this would have happened in the old system, it'd be a disaster, right? But now that you got the transfer portal,
still not ideal.
No, you still want to get some good young guys. I totally agree.
How do you recruit guys they don't even have a staff?
I got to ask Mario this week because he told me before that still the most important thing is your high school recruiting classes. And, I'm looking more and more. And don't get me wrong. There'd be no Malachi. There'd be no Ruben. There'd be no Maui Noah. There'd be no Moore. There'd be no Fitzgerald. All those things. Is it Fitzgerald or Fitzpatrick? I'm sorry. The safety. But, those guys have been great players, and you want them. And then the guys that come in, usually the big jump is from your freshman year into your sophomore year. You get your feet wet, then you come back, and now you know how it works. Your body changes, you're working out, and all that stuff to all the success you're going to have physically and mentally understanding everything. But, man, you don't have a class at all. But I'm curious if Mario still feels that way because I got to tell you, there's some teams, including Mario, that hit that damn transfer portal hard. Just look at the players, the key players that he got through the transfer portal. There's a lot of guys.
Don't you want to go through that transfer portal, though, for, like, quarterback, say, right? Like, to me, to bring in a 21-year-old quarterback that has 3 years experience, isn't that what you want to do, as opposed to bringing in an 18-year-old who doesn't have any experience?
Yeah. No. The ideal situation.
And the problem is guys don't want to come in because they know they're not going to start.
Right.
And they may.
But the ideal situation is what just happened with Mario. Actually, if there's a formula, it's the one that Mario had was perfect. So he hit on a lot of transfer portal guys. But he also, when some guys got hurt, he was able, like, look at their number one running back towards the end. Pringle was getting the carries. Some guys were banged up. Some other guys lost their jobs, didn't get them back. Malachi from day one, that debate about who was going to start and receiver and calm down, I thought Moore should have played more. He didn't, but I think he's going to be ridiculous. You were out there the day with me where he caught like 14 takeoffs in practice and scrimmage and 7-on-7. He's running by everybody. And then you get a safety out of Columbus, and we're standing there, and he's going, man, this kid, every time we turn around, he picks a pass off to different quarterbacks. And yeah, guess what? He did the same thing as soon as he got a chance to play.
Problem is, it's hard for these guys to ever see the field, right? Especially when, every single year they could just go upgrade whatever position they want. So it's tough, man, to wait in line.
A lot of guys aren't going to do it.
And a lot of guys are going to want to go to
the
smaller schools to start.
And we had a couple guys that got less playing time this year than they did their freshman year. And I don't expect them back.
From a money standpoint, don't you think you'd be better off starting at a small school? You make a name for yourself, and then you test the waters.
What do you know? What everybody always says that, but I see the top players, and they're going to big schools.
I know.
Look at Mario's got another really good recruiting class.
You think a developed quarterback will ever play at Miami?
That's a great question. Pat Woody. There's a great there. You don't always come up with great stuff that I like, but that's a great one. I don't know.
They're gonna go get another veteran quarterback now.
So what do you do, guys? What do you do? There's a guy in South Carolina who's really good. They didn't have a great year. They got stupid amount of talent running and throwing. Got a cannon for an arm. He needs to be coached up in a good system. I'm guessing he's going to be really interested in coming here. I'm just guessing. I don't know. I know every time I say some people think, well, he doesn't just throw out junk for, so I stopped saying the S word.
Yeah, good. Well, you got chewed out for it. They've gotten two big name quarterbacks the last 2 years, and I think they will just continue that trend, right?
Yes. I mean, it's got to be.
Why wouldn't you, though?
It's got to be. You got to sign off on it.
Look at the difference you had with Carson Beck this year, right? Like, you played really tough games at the start of this thing. He was calm. He was, those were not too big for him. Notre Dame started. I think they started a freshman against.
They did,
didn't they? Right? And
they did.
He was a little struggle there.
He didn't look great.
No.
He made some plays.
Well, the other part is the games at the beginning of the season don't matter anyway.
He's also, as it turned out, going against the best pass rush in college football, which we didn't realize are one of the 2 or 3 best. So we didn't realize that as he's getting hit from both sides at the end of the game. But it's an interesting one, Woody. I think, and I can tell all our Canes podcasters, because there's a ton of them out there, are going to be hitting that one real soon. And by the way, you talk about if they don't get in this college football playoff, they don't get one of those 12 spots, which right now they are clearly on the outside looking in. All of a sudden, things change. Who's going to play in the bowl game? Probably going to go to Jacksonville. Who's going to play?
Jacksonville or Orlando are the 2 spots.
Orlando, they can't play in back-to-back years there. Can't do that.
Oh, really?
No.
Well, that's
so it's got to be Jacksonville.
ESPN had them projected to go to
San
that
Diego.
Game,
so
right, fair enough.
I was told, I think the athletic director said that yesterday.
Okay.
So
somewhere in Florida at least, right? That's
unless he wants to go for some reason out and hit the Southern California market and recruit for a while. I mean, you're getting good weather out there.
They got out there the Emerald Nuts Bowl. Is that still out there?
No, it's the D's.
The D's Nuts Bowl.
Okay. Yeah, the D's Nuts Bowl is out there. But listen, it brings into question how many guys going to want to play, especially if they're leaving. Do they want to put out one more game if they know they're playing? Remember, they got the quarterback to stay a couple years ago, and then he transferred. He played in that game. They sold him to stay and play in the game. Then he left.
I mean, if you're Carson Beck, I would think you'd play.
I don't know.
But these games are so irrelevant. I don't think there's any scouts out there that after Miami's played 12 games this year, I don't think anyone's going to do anything in a bowl game in the D's Nuts Bowl that's like.
I don't think most of the guys are going to get drafted that you're going to. Listen, there's going to be a lot of scouts around this team now. There's going to be a lot of people going to Coral Gables to do background checks.
Stuff, but no one's good. There's not going to be anything you're going to do in a bowl game that anyone's going to move,
Well,
skyrocket up a draft board, right?
I don't. But Woody, you're talking about that. I was talking more about the guys that have already checked out on this team. They're here, but they know they're leaving. They're going to catch that one portal January 2nd, where it opens for a couple weeks. They're getting stuff set up.
Well,
and I'm guessing most of them
guys. So
yeah. Well, no,
some open space.
Give you an idea that he plans on when he has meetings with guys.
Can those guys play in the ball game?
No.
You want to let those guys give it a shot?
What? The guys he just got in high school? They can't play in that game.
No. Not eligible.
They go to spring football.
Hey, man, we may have to start making them eligible because there's going to be teams dropping out of these games. Because at some point it does get a little bit silly, right? Like you got teams without quarterbacks.
I don't know.
We got teams playing regular season.
Well, they're going to try. I can just tell you this, Woody. They're going to try like hell between the network and the names on these.
That content.
They are going to try to get these 3-hour games, as many of these 3.5, 4-hour games as they possibly can.
Absolutely.
Hey, we've got a lot of stuff to get to. Hey, you remember last week Mike Florio came on and said, "Hey, this Chiefs Cowboys game might get the biggest numbers we've ever seen." And everybody, Mike always says that. When we come back, you got to hear these numbers that a couple of those games did on Thanksgiving. And I'm saying it because I know most of while you're eating, we're also watching those games. Don't feel like you were alone. We'll tell you about those numbers when we come back. Plus, another sport is considering delaying their season because they don't want to mess with the football season, the NFL. Incredible story. I couldn't believe it. I saw it yesterday and I was blown away. We'll have that story for you as well coming up in just a moment. Hey, right now I want you to protect your home with Loctite Impact Windows, Doors, and Roofing. You've been talking about it. You're going, all right, we got through another hurricane season, but we know sooner or later you're going to get hit here in South Florida. It's been the islands getting hit. We hope all our friends around the islands, especially all the places we go on vacation, are slowly getting back to normal there. But, boy, it's really about one thing. All you can control is protecting your home with the best products. Loctite Impact Windows, Doors, and Roofing. If you got an old leaky roof, replace your old roof now and you can pay them later. Loctite Impact offers the highest quality roofing materials with lifetime warranty plus thousands of 5-star reviews. Save big on their legendary state-of-the-art Impact Windows and Doors. Impact Windows as low as $6 per window per month installed. Don't wait for the next storm. Visit LoctiteImpact.com. Again, LoctiteImpact.com. And if you want, call 954-500-LOCK. They got a nice staff of men and women who are knowledgeable, can answer all your questions, and get the process started covering all of South Florida. Loctite Impact Windows, Doors, and Roofing. All right, welcome back, and good morning to everybody out there. Thursday night football, we got a good one. Boy, they really picked it up on the Thursday night football schedule. They really have. They've decided to take care of good old Amazon Prime because tonight, the Cowboys at the Lions. Cowboys all of a sudden have beaten both teams in the Super Bowl from last year. Lions fighting for their lives right now. So Cowboys 6-5-1, Lions 7-5. Great game. Should be a hell of a game tonight. And then on top of that, I was just talking a little bit. Did you see the numbers on Thanksgiving? And Mike Flora came on last night and said, hey, there's a chance that they could get 50 million viewers on Thanksgiving for that Chiefs-Cowboys game. And 50 million for a regular season game. Like, right? That's playoff football. That's a playoff number. They did better than that. Woody, I couldn't believe the numbers. I don't know if you caught them. I just noticed them yesterday.
I did. They were
Chiefs
pretty
and
big,
Cowboys, 57.2 million viewers. Now, I had all three TVs on the game. I don't know if that counts. My God, man, that was
you weren't listening to my Canes BYU broadcast that happened at the same exact time.
Oh, same deal, same time.
Same exact time.
Yeah, oh, Lord. Okay, so.
Yeah, ESPN missed the boat on that one, I guess, but
57.2 million viewers. I mean, they literally wiped out that's half a damn Super Bowl. And now the Lions and Packers, not a bad 47.7 million. The numbers on Thanksgiving, man, it was like, all right.
Thanksgiving's almost like a mini Super Bowl Sunday, though, isn't it?
It is.
What else do you do on Thanksgiving? You eat, and then you're so tired, you watch football.
Yeah, you're right. And you know what's crazy about it is it's towards the end of the season, right? Kind of Thanksgiving on, like it's on now. You go, all right, Thanksgiving, now it's on this week. Now it's down the stretch we go in the NFL season. But just incredible. To that story, don't get on me, but I was watching Golf Channel yesterday.
Okay.
Tiger was on there, and
what I was going on?
No, see how Tiger was feeling and stuff. And
is he back?
No, he's got like 9,000 surgeries, but he's slowly coming back from this last one.
Back.
He's chipping and putting a little bit. He got the green light. Listen.
Cool
the Tiger
Masters, huh?
I know, but Tiger coming back, and I mean they need to find themselves another Tiger. But anyway, so Tiger's on the committee to improve the golf and PGA, and what are they going to do? So they're having all these meetings with their corporate sponsors, TV, and everybody else. I was blown away to hear this. Maybe you're not. The PGA is considering delaying the start of their season until after the Super Bowl because so many people watch the NFL. I just surprised me. Like, doesn't golf have like their own, or they must? I'm sure they did research and they go, "No, a lot of people watch golf." Or
we say this all the time.
Our market too.
Why do you want to go against the NFL? A lot of leagues seem like they are okay going up against the NFL.
Well, look, we talk about the NBA on Christmas. They're done.
Yeah, the NFL kind of just jumped in.
They jumped in.
NBA's day, but
they started with one game. I don't know. Are they doing? They're definitely doing two. I don't know if they're doing three for Christmas, but they just decided. And it's like the commissioner goes, what's next? Christmas, a big one. Families together. Let's go ahead. Hey, forget the one game. Let's do more, because the NBA has had they try to pick the best games. And
they do
start it new, because first thing you find out, the Heat won't be playing on. They don't think we're very good. But anyway, they go from noon. The game started noon. They go till midnight, like Thanksgiving did with the three games. They start early and they try to give you great games all day. Although there's a big drop off for the third game that night. But
the worst NFL game though is better than the best that the NBA could put together for a regular season game, right? Like Dolphins Jets is probably about as bad as it can get from a watching standpoint, right?
Yes.
Two teams that are very difficult to watch.
Titans,
watch that.
Cleveland. Yeah, no, I could give you
NBA game.
So it is interesting that everybody, except the NBA is going to obviously hold their ground on this Christmas thing, which I don't blame them, but they get smoked in ratings. Ratings have.
You watching the NBA on Christmas?
Well, we have both on. No, we got I'm gonna be with my brother-in-law and the two TVs.
TV
yeah, he's got two.
I'm not a multiple TV guy, man. I can't. I don't.
You know what he does though? God bless that guy. He put two big TVs in his back. He's all in on the backyard. I got two of my brother-in-laws are all in on their backyard.
TV guy.
And they have heck, my one brother-in-law I think's got 3 TVs on the back of the bar. I mean, he set it up like it's a sports bar. And so they have it set up, but yeah, the NBA will be on. But I can tell you the eyeballs are going to be, like you said, a lot of those eyeballs are going to be on the NFL. So it is interesting. I just was blown away with golf. I never even thought of that, like golf considering delaying the start of their season until after the Super Bowl. They're looking at all these. And by the way, talking about cutting back events, because the big complaint they have.
Really, golf?
Yeah, well, you know why down here, a lot of top players don't play. Well, they have some of these events we've had around here.
They don't play in the ones down here?
Well, when we used to have...
I thought we got the one back, didn't we?
Well, the Row was one they all used to go to.
But didn't that come back or no?
I don't know if it is, but no, the Cadillac Championship did great, man. It was an invite, and all the top players came, and it was for good money. I
remember that.
But you know who paid? The Honda events were terrible.
Those
Nobody.
Up north, right?
Every guy. Well, it was Heron Bay. It's had like 19 locations. It's played everywhere in Broward County you can play. Hell, it played at Weston one year at the country club out there. Wow. And none of the top guys played. And it just they treated, let me tell you, the PGA Tour treated Honda like about as badly as you can treat a sponsor. Those guys, I don't know if they ever complained. I think they finally got out. I don't think Honda's with them anymore. I wouldn't have either. They got stuck with more bad events down here in Broward County. They're always the Broward County sponsor. And it was like, nobody play. Well, we got 2 of the top 20 players in the world playing. Like, what? What the hell? Well, we got to rest sometime. Hell, they're going up there even when Jack Nicklaus put his name on it, and guys who lived in Jupiter are going, I need to take a week off. We can't play. It was crazy that this went on. So
I wonder how many people are watching these golf events though, like from start to finish.
Well, I'm
right? Because they're long. There's a lot of.
I'm not a Thursday and Friday unless it's a major. If it's a major, I like to watch all 4 rounds. I'm
a Sunday guy for the big tournaments, and that's only a couple of hours.
Well, listen, they get great ratings.
Hey, I'll watch the Masters down the stretch, U.S. Open, any of those.
No, I got you.
But I'm not watching the car dealership classic or whatever on.
Yeah. Hey, well, listen, let's go to break here. We got 7:00 hour. Alex Donald's going to join us. We can wind together about Notre Dame getting ahead of us. And by the way, for Canes fans, a good chance you're not getting in the playoffs. So, you can be pissed off at anybody you want to be upset about, but don't hold your breath about that. Get ready for going to Jacksonville, Orlando, or San Diego and playing the D's Nut Bowl up there somewhere. These nuts in one of those tournaments. We got to go to break because guess what, man? There's nothing like the holiday season and having kids or grandkids, and we got one place down here. I don't care where you live in South Florida, you got to go to our zoo. Down in Miami, there's a guy that's very special to us. His name is Ron McGill. Love that friggin' guy. I'd almost French kiss him, but I'm not going that far. But I got to tell you, he's going to join us. We're going to talk about Christmas and being with the animals, man. For everybody who wants to go down there, it's the number one thing. He should be the CEO, and he should be Dade County mayor. And if he's not, screw you, because he should be. There's no question about it. That's where he should be. All right, listen, we got more stuff to get to, but I want to talk about a couple of guys very important. Harvey Cohn and Gary Judah, the partners of Cohn and Judah Injury Law Firm, personal injury attorneys. I just want to say this. If you've seen all these beautiful commercials out there, and they're all over, these personal injury attorneys, and they walk onto the picture, and they walk in, and you're going, man, that's the guy. When I get injured, I want that guy. And then you find out that friggin' guy hasn't tried a case in like 40 years. He just got his name on the front collecting all the money. I'm not taking shots at these guys. But you may want to ask before you fall in love with one of them. I hope you never have a slip and fall or an automobile accident. But if you do, and you're going, that's the guy I'm going to go with. And then you get in there and either he's not there that day, he's out having a long lunch, or you're finding out that they're getting ready to do a handoff. I want handoffs in football, not handoffs to attorney that they just joined the law firm. I want the best. I want a guy that when he shakes my hand, I know he's got my case and he's going to handle it. He's going to let me know how it's going. Yeah, that's what Harvey Cohen and Gary Jude are going to do. Same partners who will handle your case from start to finish, more than 30 years of experience, big enough to go to trial and get you multi-million-dollar results, small enough just to call you back. Go to ConanJudah.com, read the reviews. A lot of good things being said about him, including always being able to get a hold of him and get updates on how your case is going. Go to ConanJudah.com, 866-FAIR-FEE. Remember this, they don't pay other lawyers to do the work, you hire them to do.
WQAM broadcasting live from the
This update is brought to you by Doral Kia, home of the price. See our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Kia or DoralKia.com. Starting with the Heat, who fell to the Mavs by a final of 118-108. Next up, Miami will head to Orlando tomorrow night. Over to the Panthers, who are welcoming the Predators tonight. The puck drops at 7 from Amarant Bank Arena. The game can be heard right here on WQAM. In college football, the Hurricanes signed 29 players on National Signing Day to secure a top 10 class and the tops in the ACC. And yesterday, former Dolphins receiver and current Ohio State OC Brian Hartline took the head coaching job at USF. Finally, in the NFL, Week 14 begins tonight with the Lions and Cowboys. Kickoff is at 8:15. Joe, we'll go ahead and toss it back to you.
All right, Woody, and want to thank everybody for being with us here. 7 o'clock hour. Alex Donald going to join us coming up here, and we'll talk about the Canes and Notre Dame and what needs to happen this week, and if not, what could happen. We'll have all that for you, but more importantly right now, from Zoo Miami, the mayor, Ron McGill, joins us.
Joe, you are the
Ron, man, it's just so cool.
You're better than a cup of coffee anytime.
Nah, I don't know about that, but man, I got to tell you, just everything and having grandkids, and I've enjoyed the zoo more with my grandkids than I probably did before, from the drafts to everything else going there, eating there.
I still can't believe you got grandkids.
Yeah, I know. No, I know, man. So, and it's just like, hey, man, it's awesome. So I just like get caught up. We got the lights going
Zoo
up.
lights, man. Let me tell you something, Joe. I know there's a lot of stuff going around for the holidays, but zoo lights, there's over 1 million lights at the zoo. Over 1 million lights. You can take your picture with Santa Claus. We can take your picture with the Grinch. You can, roast marshmallows. You got music. You got all kinds of stuff. You got this great little presentation they do in the amphitheater where they bring out some animals. They do this nice story time stuff. Listen, it's a great, great holiday treat. It goes on through December 30th. It's not on every day. It's on Fridays, Saturdays, and certain days. Just check up the website. But it's a great deal, and it's a great family event.
All right, and we got some new Lions.
That's right, buddy. We had our old Lions. They were, 18 and 19 years old. They passed away this past year, and while the exhibit was closed, There was nothing there. People were really upset. I'm really happy to say that we've got these two young boys. Two brothers came in. Jaziri and Azizi came in from the Phoenix Zoo. They arrived a couple of months ago, but they're now finally on exhibit after going through quarantine. And man, they're a big hit. They still haven't gotten their full manes in yet because they're only 1.5 years old. So their manes, they look kind of scraggly with the manes coming in, but they're big boys. Come to see the Lions.
So what other programs we got going here for the?
Well, the big one that I'm going to announce for the first time ever, brother. It's been off for many, many years, but I'm bringing it back this Valentine's Day. Sex and the Animals. Now you're saying, Ron, what is Sex and the Animals? Well, we used to call it Sex with the Animals. People start expecting some really weird stuff.
Yeah, right. Sex
and the Animals is an adults-only program where I go up and I tell you everything you wanted to know about how animals have sex with very graphic images. I'm talking about this is adults only. I don't use any profanity, but it's very graphic.
Yeah.
You're going to learn things that Dr. Doolittle never dared to ask.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
And you're going to make comparisons. I use humor, like, listen, Joe, if you or me, we're with our significant other, twice in a night, that's a big night for us. Okay.
That ain't happening.
That's a big night. For some guys, that's a big
even
year.
on the program, it's not happening that many. No.
But when you look at an animal that has the record, okay, it's an animal called the Shaw's Jerd. And I'm going to talk about this animal. It's like a little rodent every 15 seconds for an hour. Every 15 seconds for an hour.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, the women go, see, yeah, that's what I need. I need that kind of it. No, because you got to look at quality versus quantity.
Right.
Because that's every 15 seconds and he's done.
Right.
Okay.
Then he's back. Done.
But
right.
It's just
he's running a bunch of 10-yard dashes.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
But anyway, listen, I show very graphic images of everything from, massive reproductive organs to how the animals do it. And it's done in a fun way. It's education through entertainment. It's adults only. It's been the most popular presentation ever done at the zoo since I started it many years ago. And I like I said, I stopped it a few years back, but I said, listen, I don't want to be known as the guy who just talks about sex and animals.
Right.
But I want to do it because it lands on Valentine's Day. It's going to be an incredible program, and there's different layers that you can get tickets for. Just go to zoomiami.org, go to the events page, Sex and the Animals. I think they're going to go on sale on Friday tomorrow. So get on there because it sells out every year. And on the Zoo Lights thing, listen, if you get Zoo Lights tickets, use the code RONZL25. RONZL25, and you get a discount.
Great. That's awesome. And hey, you know how this works. We got the kids going to be out of school for a few weeks coming up here.
There you go.
And one of those days at least needs to be
It's fun.
at
The nights
zoo.
are themed. You know, they have pajama night, they have dress up night, they have all kinds of nights. They're fun. Just go to the website, Zoo Miami Lights. It's fun.
All right, so let's talk some sports here, because you know everybody comes down and wants that special tour that has a little pull with you. They've all been down there. What do you think about this? We're getting ready to talk about the Canes.
Listen,
they had a hell of a year.
They had a hell of a year. And for me, and I know I'm somewhat biased, and I'm a Gator. I'm saying this as a Gator, okay? That's a playoff team. That's a playoff team. You look at the way, especially the way they've ended this year, and the way they haven't just won games. They have stomped these last few months.
Mario's had a strong finish, and he's just got a really balanced, all-around team that's really, really good.
And that's the opposite of previous years, right? Previous years, they started out real strong, but then they always had those last few weeks where
and then there's a part of your team, like defense last year, that just fell apart.
Yeah,
you couldn't outscore. You're losing games, 46-40, and lose a couple, and you end up just missing. But this team
is great. And at the end of the day, listen, I know it's not how you start, but how you finish. But at the end of the day, they beat Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Okay, they beat Notre Dame.
Oh, no, that starts with that. And it's so funny because most players go, wait a second, what do we talk? It doesn't matter. Head to head.
Exactly.
You beat them. There's only 12 games. They all count. That's what makes college football actually one of the great things of college football. There's only 12 games in a regular season.
You're right.
They're all important. You can't just go, well, we lost early. And so we're, if we no, that counts. That's head to head.
Absolutely.
And they just aren't getting enough respect for that, which is very frustrating. But the crazy part is, Ron, as I was talking before you came on, they're on the outside looking in. There's no question about it, no matter how you look. And now they got to see how these games finish with Texas Tech and BYU and Georgia and Alabama. Are they going to be close? And if they are, you need a blowout. You need Alabama to, lose by 21, and you need BYU. When you get in a situation where you need all these things to happen, it just makes it.
It's tough.
Really,
I feel
really
for the Canes fans. And listen, again, I'm speaking as a Gator, where we went through the season from absolute hell.
Yes, you did.
Okay. I really am rooting for the Canes to get it,
Yeah.
and they should get it. They are a playoff team. There's no question about it.
Yeah, so it's been all right. So Dolphins, what are you thinking? 3 wins in a row. They're teasing you right now, bro. They beat the Jets. They're 6-7.
Yeah,
Jets aren't very good.
Yeah, that's the thing, Joe. You know what I'm saying? People are hooting and hollering. Okay, they beat the Saints. Really? Come on.
Yeah, no.
And then that fiasco.
Saints weren't very good. And what happened at the end of the game?
Yeah, Joe, I was sitting there going, "Are you kidding me?"
No. They jump right back in it, and you're like, "Oh my God, they got a 2-point conversion here." And
I watched the Dolphins have broken my heart for so many years in a row that I don't want to get excited anymore. I can't, it's hard for me to get excited, Joe. I got to be honest with you.
So you know where we are? It's funny. We talked about this yesterday, Ron, and it's weird because people walk out of the games, and a lot of them are diehard, man. They've been through it all. If you've been a Dolphin fan, you've been through it all. And some of them are going, man, we won that game, but I think we're better off I want to get a higher pick. And I'm going, nah, you want to win. You want to win games. No matter what they look like, you want to win games. You want to learn how to win. And not everybody agrees with me. I get people rip me all the time for saying
but
that.
I think that's the difference, Joe, is that you're an athlete. You're a player. And you know that if you're going to go out there and play and you're not going to play your hardest, you don't want to be out there. I mean, I never played pro. I played in college. And I remember going out there. If I went out there and said, well, we don't have to win this, I don't deserve to be on the court.
Right. Or if you start playing guys and the veterans go, they're playing another guy. He's not as good as a veteran quarterback. And you start doing that, then you're telling the other guys, wow, they want us to play hard, but they're going to tie our hands with who we're playing. We're not playing our – so, and I'm not saying they would do that, but if you do, for people want to a bench right now, Zach Wilson and Quint Ewers, nothing against them, but
they're not franchise quarterbacks.
They're not. They can't do things Tua can do, and so run better, and maybe make a stronger arm, but don't know and can run this system like he can. So it's an interesting one for just want to get over the hump here at some point.
And brother,
see something.
You're speaking on behalf of a lot of people. Like I said, the Dolphins have broken my heart for so many years in a row, and I'm thinking to myself, when is this going to end?
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. I think people think, oh, okay, we got a chance to get in the playoffs.
You know what though? On the good side of this, you're a little bit like the Dolphin cheerleaders. where you work, you win every day, bro. You're 17-0 every day.
No, I agree.
Nobody goes to the zoo and goes, came to see all those animals, man. Let's go. I mean, I'm done. This is terrible. And like the girls, man, they're out there and jumping. And sometimes they're the show. When it's bad, they're the show, So anyway, yeah, I just hopefully things. And by the way, how about our boy Spo coaching his ass off?
Let me tell you something.
How about that? Puts in a new system with that group.
And with what he's gone through. Okay. Listen, I took Spo and his kids around the zoo on more than one occasion. I got his picture on my wall with great things that he said. That is one of the nicest guys you could ever want to meet. And when you
he went through a year from hell. If you're talking about last year, that's on and off the court. He dealt with Jimmy Butler, and a crazy ex.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
So I'm not taking, but that's a lot, because
absolutely it is, and he has always been a class act.
Takes the high road.
That guy takes the high road,
and he's
everywhere.
got kids with her, so you got to. It's a delicate situation.
And I'm telling you, Joe, having seen him off the court with his family doing a thing around the zoo, he's the guy next door. He's like your buddy. He's just a really down to earth. This guy is going to be in the NBA Hall of Fame one day.
No question.
Okay, the guy is just unbelievable. He is so understated and such a guy next door. I can't say enough about what a gentleman and what a nice guy he is.
He's a guy, when this started, man, was shooting video for the team.
Right?
I used to go down there and they shoot around in the old days. They let us goof around at practice, and
he is a freaking
role
that
guy.
model.
So he has worked his way up.
Absolutely.
Pat Riley goes, this guy's got to make him be a head coach. Whatever Pat saw, he was right on the money.
That's why Pat Riley is who Pat Riley is.
That's why we leave Pat Riley alone.
That's right.
You leave when you want to leave, Pat. You keep working. Screw Jimmy Butler. Exactly. We don't need his ass. Hey, thank you so much, Ron. This has been great, man.
Thank you, and thanks for your commentary all the time, brother. That is so refreshing. Your frankness and transparency is so uplifting.
I'm coming off a rough 24 hours, bro.
You are the bomb. You're the bomb.com.
You never want to sign those papers that say you never.
That's a badge of honor for Joe Rose, man.
You know what, though? I used to get suspended for a couple of days, so I've come a long way. That they used to suspend me for, and some of the dumb stuff that I did.
Joe, you know what? When the people lead, the leaders will follow, and you got the people behind you, brother.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but I appreciate you saying that. Ron McGill from Zoo Miami with us, man. Zoo Lights, Lions are out. It's great, and all the programs, incling
Sex and the Animals, baby.
Bound
chicka bound bound.
I'm not touching that one, boy. I'll tell you what. You're on your own, but it sounds fun. Jeez. You are beautiful. You are too much. Hey, we got a lot more stuff to get to here. When we come back, we're going to have Alex Don, a host of Locked On Canes and Locked On ACC podcasts. Of course, also works here at WQM. We'll get caught up with everything with him. But speaking of some of that stuff, I do want to take a second to talk about Atlantic Men's Clinic. Boy, I'll tell you what, having ED and low T, I'm not proud of it. I had it. I was just energy level shot, gaining weight, then problems in the bedroom. Guys, I've been very on problems in the bedroom, not hit and miss, and then it was just not working. And hey, what's wrong? Is it me? And no, it's me. I don't know what the hell's going on. I go to Atlantic Men's Clinic and tell me it's normal. Every guy's going to have it. I could deal with the low T being tired, but not being able to chase that wife of mine around on the weekends was just not working. And I went into Atlantic Men's Clinic. I got the testing done, the PSA test. I met with their professional staff, and they said, Joe, this is normal what you're going through. I know you don't have anybody because guys can't. We have huge egos. We can't. Who are we going to tell about these problems? Well, I got to tell you, the results have been fantastic. It's been a year and a half, and my energy level, the sex drive, all those things important to me, and I know they're important to you. It is a great holiday gift to jump on the Atlantic Men's Clinic program and knock out ED and low T. Those are two cousins you don't want to hang around with. 7 locations in South Florida to serve you, a brand new location in Hollywood. I mean, everything is first class, including the results. Call them today. Set up that first appointment, 877-455-7300. It's the most important one. Get on it. Get rolling during the holiday season. Visit AtlanticMen'sClinic.com.
It is time at LT Toyota of Hollywood. Online shop over 2,000 Toyotas on sale. One location, Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. ToyotaofHollywood.com.
All right. Hey, thank you, Woody. Alex Dono, host of Locked On Canes and Locked On ACC podcast, and just does a great job here at WQAM as well. Joins us this morning. Alex, how are you, bud?
Hey, Joe, I'm doing well. I'm trying to fight these good battles to get Miami into the playoffs, and
good luck.
I don't know what's going to I don't know what's going to happen, but we'll keep fighting.
I got to tell you, how come every time I hear something, and whether it's coming out of the committee's mouth or somebody around it, I just go, man, I just feel like I've said this for a couple weeks, especially even after the Pittsburgh game where they just looked unbelievable, just dominated. I just feel like we're on the outside looking in, and now they kind of go, well, it's not finalized, and I'm going, so now you're telling me I got to sit here basically, and tell me if I'm wrong, I got to sit here and watch BYU and Texas Tech hoping that BYU loses by 25 points and Georgia and Bama, and Georgia puts it all together and beats Bama by 25 points. Is that the situation?
Yeah, that's 1,000% the situation. And I think the other thing that they kind of left the door open for, but I feel like they're just saying stuff, Joe, because, the committee chair did kind of hint that, hey, well, you know what, if there wasn't a team between Miami and Notre Dame, which currently is BYU, that if BYU were to fall out of it, and then Miami is ranked just one spot behind Notre Dame, then maybe they would honor the head-to-head. But I just feel like if you felt like Miami is more deserving than Notre Dame, why are they not already ranked in front of Notre Dame? So I don't know why they would change their mind on that this coming week, but that's another thing to stay tuned for.
You know what's amazing about the whole thing? I've been listening to every guy, and I know you have too, and I know Canes fans have guys they want to hit in the face, and other guys you agree with, and it's funny, but a lot of former players who were covering the college football, either great college players or played at both levels, including E.J. Manuel. He's like, hey, man, head-to-head, they should be in, period. Like, Miami beat Notre Dame, unless you're telling us the first part of the season doesn't matter, like nothing else. I don't want to hear what the eyeball test says, and we feel they're clearly. Nobody can say after what you've seen Miami do the last few weeks that if Notre Dame and Miami played, there's no guarantee. The same thing. First of all, it could be a hell of a game. I agree with that. But to just say Notre Dame's clearly better than Miami because of what happened on a couple games in the middle of the year, if you're watching the way they're playing, they can't believe that, can they?
Yeah, I mean, it's a strange thing. They think the Vegas odds that, hey, I think if they played again, Notre Dame would be favored by 5.5 points. So that's somehow the decider versus the actual time that they lined up and played. And I'll go one further, Joe. Like, it's one thing for the committee to say, hey, we don't think the head-to-head is as important as the way these teams have looked in other weeks. But they're so inconsistent on that, Joe. The past 2 seasons, there had been 13 occasions where 2 teams have had the same record and a head-to-head matchup in the college football playoff rankings. It's happened 13 times. And 12 out of those 13 times, the team that won the head-to-head was ranked higher than the team that lost. The only time that hasn't happened is Miami. And another stat that somebody pointed out to me yesterday, Joe, is that so you've got a few situations in this playoff ranking where teams have head-to-heads, right? Notre Dame fans will say, hey, the reason why Notre Dame should still be ranked in front of Miami is we have better analytics in strength of record, strength of schedule. These are all very close, by the way. Like, they have slight edges in these things. Strength of schedule, strength of record, SP plus and FPI, whatever those are. We're ahead of Miami and all those, so that's why we should be ahead. Funny thing about it, Joe, is you look at Oklahoma and Alabama. Oklahoma beat Alabama head-to-head.
Right.
Alabama has better analytics in all of those categories, but Oklahoma's ranked in front of them because of the head-to-head. It's funny, the committee now has Texas ranked in front of Vanderbilt, even though Texas has lost more games than Vandy.
Right.
But the committee said we rank Texas in front because of the head-to-head. Not only does Vanderbilt have a better record, they have better analytics in all those categories, but they honor the head-to-head. The head-to-head matters everywhere except in the case of Miami and Notre Dame, and it drives me insane.
Notre Dame is obviously a big draw, right? And a popular product in college football? You think that's part of this?
I don't know how it couldn't be.
I mean, they got a
Joe.
good team. I don't
yeah.
want to take away. They got
Yeah.
maybe the best running back in football. They got some real nice players. Anyway, hey, so let's say it doesn't happen. What bowl game do you go to now? If I heard it right yesterday from the athletic director, you can't go back to Orlando. That you have to either go to Jacksonville, or he threw this out. This is not me. Jacksonville or go to San Diego.
Yeah, I think there are something about like you can't just go to the same bowl 2 years in a row, I guess. I don't even know what the bowl game is in San Diego. The Jacksonville one, I know, the Gator Bowl, I think is a possibility. So I think that could be a spot they go to. And I would just hope for a good matchup. I mean, hopefully they would get matched up against one of these other, really good teams that's kind of on the bubble. Like Miami versus Texas would be a lot of fun if we can get that. Miami versus USC maybe. And Joe, I'll throw another one out for you. If the scenario comes up where both Miami and Notre Dame miss the playoff, I think Notre Dame's probably in no matter what.
Yes.
But if a crazy thing happens and both teams get left out, I'd love to get that rematch. We keep talking about the hypothetical. If we can do it on the actual field, I'd love that.
Yeah. How about that one? That'd have a little interest. That might get some guys to come back and do it one more time. So the question is, and I'm jumping ahead here on you, because hopefully they do get some news that I'm not expecting, but some good news after this championship series of games coming up this weekend. Does the quarterback and all the first-round picks play in a bowl game? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I think there are certain players who realistically have nothing to gain by playing in the bowl game. I think
and Rueben Bain.
Yeah. Mesidor, Bain, probably
Maui
Francis Maui Noah.
Yeah.
But I think Carson Beck is an interesting one, Joe, because I don't necessarily think he's considered to be a first round pick or a first or second round pick at this point. So I don't know. I mean, I think I can't speak for him, obviously, but I think that Carson might look at the situation and say, I still have something to possibly gain by going out there and playing well in a big bowl game. So the certain other guys like, Mark Fletcher may or may not, probably would leave early for the NFL, but not necessarily. Maybe he feels like I want to put one more game on tape if I want to try to go to the NFL. So I think you have to kind of look at the situation that, there's a handful of guys on this team, Joe, that are first and second round picks. But I think for the ones who aren't, I think if you get a good bowl game matchup, some of these guys might actually opt in because they can improve their stock still.
All right. Recruiting class, the most silent national signing day in the history of college football yesterday, by the way. I know you were following it. What do you think of their class, starting with Jackson Cantwell, the big tackle who's going to start day one?
Yeah, so it ends up being, Joe, a top 10 class, number 8 if you go by the Rivals on 3, number 10 if you go by 24/7 Sports. The class is really, really big. This is the biggest class Miami has ever signed, with 30 players. Now, the reason why it can be so big, and there's other schools out there like USC has like 35 or 36 in the class. It can be so big because of the scholarship limits are now up to 105. So you can now bring in bigger recruiting classes than you've ever brought in before. But this one, to me, Joe, is not only quantity, it's also quality.
Yeah.
I've noticed that there's, and Cristobal talked about this a little bit yesterday, and I've heard this from Miami assistant coaches. They are putting more stock than ever in senior tape for these players, because a lot of times you'll heavily recruit these guys when they're juniors, and then you'll maybe not pay a whole lot of attention to what they're doing as seniors. There's a handful of guys that they've landed over the past couple of months because their senior tape really popped, and a handful of guys they already had committed who really blossomed in their senior year. I think a great example of that is 4-star wide receiver Samorian Wingo, who when Miami first started recruiting him, the year and change back, he was like a 3-star guy, but the senior now from St. Augustine, who's going to be on campus in about a month's time, Joe, he's now the 7th ranked wide receiver in the class. He bolted up the rankings.
Yeah.
Another one, Milan Paris, who's another top receiver Miami signed. They just added him to the class within the last month and a half. Couple months, but he, Miami really put a full court press on Paris because his senior tape was so great. And actually, Joe, you mentioned Jackson Cantwell, who's the top signing, top offensive tackle in the country. He's probably going to be a starter his first year at Miami. I think the other position that really pops is this is arguably, just based on recruiting rankings, Joe, the best wide receiver class Miami has ever signed, with Samori and Wingo.
Strong.
Yeah, Milan Paris, Tyron Evans, and Vance Spafford, Joe, is he's a slot receiver. He runs a 4.35. He's out of your home state over there in California. This guy is fast as lightning. Another one who had a great senior year, so I'm excited.
Hey, before I let you go, do we have the quarterback for the future, or is this transfer portal third time around coming up?
Yeah, I think it might be transfer portal third time around, Joe. I think Miami now has a couple of really, really young quarterbacks who I think could possibly be the future in a year or two from now. In fact, they just added one, Darion Coleman from Jones High School in Orlando, 25 touchdowns to just one interception this year. He's still in the state playoffs. Luke Nickel is going to be a redshirt freshman next year. But I think the real question for the staff is going to be, because you could still say, like, Nickel and Coleman, who both are going to have 4 full years of eligibility, could still be the future a year or two down the road, right? So I think the question is, can you find somebody right now who gives you theoretically a better chance to win than Emory Williams or Judd Anderson, who are the upperclassmen at quarterback? So I could definitely, depending on who's available, Joe, the one that I really like is Sam Levitt from Arizona State. There have been some rumors about him hitting the transfer portal. There have been some other guys that I'm kind of hot and cold on.
How do you feel about South Carolina?
Yeah, the decision making, Joe. I mean, Lenora Sellers, he's had some really high highs, some really low lows. But again, sometimes Shannon Dawson and Cristobal might see certain attributes in guys and they feel like they can coach the negatives out of them. Like I was watching Sellers in that Texas A&M game, a lot of bad decisions in the second half, but he's super talented.
Yeah.
Right. And obviously CJ Bailey at NC State is a South Florida kid, didn't look great against Miami, but had great moments at other points in the season. So I think that there are going to be possibilities out there, and I could definitely see them going portal again for another year.
Man, that's a good way to finish it up. So your gut feeling is next week, what, on this Canes getting in or not?
Joe, in the spirit of the holiday season, I'm feeling a pre-Christmas miracle. I think Miami's going to see BYU get dominated this weekend. Alabama, I don't think Alabama will get dominated, but I think Georgia's going to win. And I think it's going to give Miami a chance, either for Miami and Notre Dame to both get in, or the committee finally comes to their senses, if they're not separated between two teams, to jump Miami over Notre Dame. I'm feeling the Christmas miracle this weekend, Joe.
All right. Hey, Alex, thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Alex Dono, host of Locked On Canes and Locked On ACC podcast, and staying super positive, Woody, about everything. Beverly's Jewelers made me feel positive. 30th anniversary, man. And stopped by there a couple of days ago. And, of course, it's the only place I've been going here for the last 35 years, to Beverly's Jewelers. Jeff and Amanda, his daughter, and that staff are just fantastic. And speaking of that, they got something going on right now. And by the way, they're the originals of the lab-grown diamond. They really are. They've been doing it longer than anybody in town. You can get a stunning 3-carat certified lab-grown diamond, VVS clarity, E-color, set in a custom-made 14-karat gold engagement ring. It is fantastic. They keep one down there. Now, they're going fast. I was blown away when I stopped by there, the amount of engagement rings. And when you think about it, $3,999 for that. How about that? A 3-carat diamond ring for only $3,999. Choose from your favorite shape. Larger sizes are available at similar savings, but hurry. This offer is for a limited time. And while you're there, you can shop Beverly's for anything for the holiday season. Diamond studs, tennis bracelets, anything else you might want. Heck, they can make it for you as well with up to 70% off select pieces during their holiday sale. Hey, you need extra cash? Beverly's pays top dollar for your old gold, silver, and jewelry with immediate payment. Plus, you can enjoy interest-free financing, free gift wrapping, and just a great staff to make sure you get exactly what you want within your price range. That's what it's about. They want happy people when you walk out of there. And by the way, if you're getting engaged, boy, they've got so many great looking diamond engagement rings for you. Visit Beverly's Jewelers in Fort Lauderdale off Commercial Boulevard or online at bevjewelers.com. Beverly's Jewelers, where South Florida gets engaged.
Today's topics are sponsored.
At the moment, there is no rain in the forecast. The Joe Rose Show continues now.
And now, it's time for Hollywood's headlines. Without further ado, here's Hollywood.
All right, Woody, what do you have for us today?
All right, two quick things here, Joe. First off, we are going to give away more tennis tickets today.
Good.
So we got that going.
Big hit yesterday. Huge hit.
I know. We'll do the same thing.
What happens when you got
a little
four great players coming to town on a Monday night?
Monday night tennis.
Monday night tennis.
Also, the Welcome to Rockville Music Festival is returning at Daytona International Speedway May 7th to the 10th. Guns N' Roses, Foo Fighters, My Chemical Romance, Godsmack, and more. We got a chance for you to win a pass for all 4 days. Just text the word chaos, that is spelled CHAOS, to 20357. CHAOS, chaos, to 20357. For more info, go to WQAM.com. Tickets are also available at welcome to Rockville.com. This is a text contest. Message data rates apply. Don't text and drive.
Sounds good,
There
Woody.
you go. There's your
Yeah,
disclaimer.
there you go, man.
All right. And, Joe, the NBA has fined the 76ers $100,000 for Joel Embiid and an injury report violation. The league just cannot seem to get out of its own way with
Well, they have to
these
do that.
things. I mean,
Due
this
to
stuff is just-
the money they're taking.
Anyone been a bigger disappointment than Joel Embiid and that whole Sixers? Remember the process and the tanking and the million first picks they had.
He's
Anything
done.
been more
By
disappointing?
the way, he's done. He's a
Oh,
shell
yeah.
of himself.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
But they
beaten
never
up,
won anything with all that
bone
stuff
on
that they did.
bone, knees, bad knee. He's done. We'll never see the. He had a nice little run going there, right?
No, not
He looked-
really.
no. A few years ago, he looked like an MVP for a while. He did. He was playing
I
great.
know, but they never won anything.
No,
After
they
all that tanking and
They've
Ben Simmons
they've
and-
tried everything. And by the way, has anybody brought in more guys as a first overall pick, and
No.
they've either been injured or bad?
Well, they took Markel
had the
Fultz
yips.
too, right? Markel Fultz was their guy.
Is that the guy that
Yeah,
had
he's the guy that couldn't shoot the free throws.
Is he in the league right now?
I want to say no.
That's incredible.
He bounced around for a little bit.
He's a first overall pick.
Yes.
He couldn't shoot free throws. He got the yip. That's
He could not.
unbelievable.
He was terrible. They drafted Ben Simmons too, right?
That block, when you get that, we don't see it a lot.
I don't think we've ever seen anything like that from a first pick.
Well, we've seen in baseball where guys can't throw strikes,
Yeah.
and the guys have had great arms and had to move the outfield, and we've seen second basemen can't make throws to first, lose their confidence totally. Just a block. So.
All right, let's jump off of sports for a second here, Joe. And a new UCLA research study has shown that marriage, a healthy marriage that is, can actually lower your obesity risk. I know you're big on this subject.
Don't
So-
get me in the middle of like you act like I go around.
UCLA reports that high-quality marriages may actually protect against obesity, meaning that a strong emotional bond may be just as crucial to physical health as diet and exercise. As we've known for years that social relationships impact health with supportive connections, increasing survival rates by up to 50%.
Well, I mean, I've had good marriages and bad marriages, so I can tell you.
Were you obese the first time?
No, it
around?
doesn't affect you. You still like doing all the same sporting events and staying active.
All right.
Different things in there, but I don't really want to get into it. I'm just letting you know what else you have.
I mean, I kind of wanted to read more about this story, but
Go ahead.
I feel like you want to move past it. This says
Well, I've had good relationships and bad relationships.
says the so-called love hormone reduces stress and blood pressure as well, Joe, and helps wounds heal faster.
I didn't know that. You want to keep going? Go ahead.
No,
I'm just going to listen. I'm
you
not
make sure you keep getting those shots
Nah.
and get the love hormone going.
No. That's
keep
that.
that thing going, man.
That's
We
the
wanna
only
keep you
love I
strong.
need. Atlantic Men's Clinic's the only loving I need. Exactly.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. Let's go back to sports here. A couple items up on the auction block here, Joe. We have a very rare ticket to the 1919 Kentucky Derby that is expected to
1919.
again, people
Good
are
God,
paying
Woody.
obscene amounts of money for all these different items. This is up to currently $30,000. It's going to close later today. So if you want to get in on this, Joe, today's your last day.
Nope. That's going back. I'll tell you what would be kind of cool. I don't mind telling you. Something Babe Ruth. I don't know why. I just like Babe Ruth. Seen the movies. Babe. Story.
Yeah.
Right?
Babe
That'd be a
Ruth's
good one.
cool.
Give me something old you wouldn't mind having something of.
Babe Ruth stuff is definitely up there. You get a signed Babe Ruth ball. That would be like the ball from the Sandlot type ball. Like that would be pretty cool. His stuff, by the way, I know is like one of the most forged things there is out there.
I wish I would have taken the Michael Jordan stuff more seriously when he was so good and tried to.
I think a lot of people would feel that way. You would have,
just a huge
loaded
fan.
up on Jordan 1s or something. Huge
fan of that guy.
Cards or any of that stuff.
Just biggest fan.
By the way, Joe, the record price for a horse racing ticket was $45,600. That was for a full 1937 Derby ticket, the first of 3 wins by War Admiral. And I know you remember the 37 Derby well.
Yeah.
Final one here, Joe. We got a
you're on a roll.
Kind of on the same topic we were just talking about, a Larry Bird jersey from his last NBA Finals run. I don't know if you're a Larry Bird guy or not.
I'm a Larry Bird guy. I love the Magic Larry Bird stuff.
Yeah.
Some of the best documentaries we've ever had. And by the way, great for TV, right? LA versus Boston.
So this jersey wore in all 4 home games of the Eastern Conference Final that year. It is up to $164,000 with 18 days to go.
Birdman was fun to watch.
Photo matches 7 playoff games during Boston's 87 run. Also appears on the June 8th, 1987 cover of Sports Illustrated with the headline Celtic Pride. Amazing.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Says it was the jersey worn by Bird in the first half of Game 5, but not when he made the historic steal in the game's final seconds. Must have changed jerseys during the game.
Yeah.
They went out to lose the 1987 NBA Finals in 6 games to the Lakers.
Great run. Those documentaries with all those teams, even Detroit in there and little Chicago, were those were great times. Great stuff.
If you're interested in other Larry Bird items, Joe, they also have 2 tickets from his 1979 NBA debut and a couple of things that he wore in the Space Jam movie as well.
Okay.
So there you go, man. A lot of stuff out there.
Man, Woody, you're on a roll today, man. You got it all.
A lot of extra money lying around, and you need some stuff to put on.
Well, I don't have that kind of money lying around that you're throwing out for some of these items. Not.
Well, it's an investment.
Yeah.
Buy it now. It'll, hopefully go up.
My luck is everything goes down.
Probably.
Has not been good. Hey, we've got the 8 o'clock hour coming up. Kim Bocamper is going to be joining us on his way in here. Brian Baldinger going to join us at 9 o'clock. Odyssey NFL Insider. We'll talk to him. And right now I want to talk to you about the main man, Anthony Caliendo. Yeah, if you're a business owner and you're feeling all the stress, the headaches, you've had it a long time, and you're just stressed, you're just tired of being tired every day. If you're going through that, I just want to let you know, man. Anthony Caliendo, that's the guy you need to call. The main man, Anthony Caliendo, at the Business Broker Experts. He's the best business broker in the entire state of Florida. He doesn't just list businesses, he packages businesses to sell, and that's really what makes him the best. Florida's booming right now. He got a lot of people calling him, looking to buy businesses just like yours. Coming down here to South Florida, Palm Beach is on fire. You know that. Florida is the place to go right now, and because of that, your business is worth a lot of money. Doesn't matter what size, how specialized it is. Hey, it's about Anthony getting you all set up, putting you on a program, the Biz Exit Experts Advisor Program, and listen to this. It can help you increase your business value by up to 71% or more before you even list it for sale. Now, listen, it's worked for a lot of people, and I know it's going to work for you, and nobody's going to work harder than the main man, Anthony Caliendo. Dial 1-800-THE-MAIN-MAN. That's 1-800-THE-MAIN-MAN. Talk to him directly. Are you going through it right now? You're tired. You've had it. Let the main man get you set up and flip your biz and cash you out big. 1-800-THE-MAIN-MAN.
This update is brought to you by Doral Kia, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Kia or DoralKia.com, starting with the Heat, who fell to the Mavs by a final of 118-108. Next up, Miami will head to Orlando tomorrow night. Over to the Panthers, who will welcome in the Predators tonight. The puck drops at 7 from Amarant Bank Arena, and the game can be heard right here on WQAM. In college football, the Hurricanes signed 29 players on National Signing Day to secure a top 10 class and tops in the ACC. And yesterday, former Dolphins receiver and current Ohio State OC Brian Hartline took the head coaching job at USF. Finally, in the NFL, Week 14 begins tonight. The Lions and Cowboys kickoff, Joe, is at 8:15.
All right, Woody, got a lot of stuff going on here. Plenty of sports news, and got a great game tonight. Looks like a great game. Cowboys, who played really well, beating both Philadelphia and Kansas City. 6-5-1 on the season at Detroit to take on the Detroit Lions. 7-5 on the outside of the playoffs right now, looking in. So still a lot of football left. Still 5 games to kind of get it together for Lions that look like they're about ready to win a Super Bowl here not too long ago. Boy, I'll tell you what, when that window's open, you better take advantage of it. I wonder, does he ever look back at the decision he made against the 49ers where they had that game? I mean, they had it. And he got a little aggressive and ends up losing that game and would have put him in a Super Bowl. And find it hard to get back. Finding it very, very hard, man. When you get that window, whether you're Buffalo or Detroit, boy, you better take advantage. Cincinnati's another one. Looked like they had it. Now they've gotten really lopsided on offense and not a very good defense.
It's funny, all these games they talk about, like tonight's game, like everyone needs these games for the playoffs now. Everyone's got the same record, it seems like.
Yeah, and you know,
everything's got playoff implications.
But tonight, I mean, excuse me,
game.
Besides this game tonight, like Steelers and Ravens play
Another
each
big
other.
one.
Colts and Jacksonville, same records, same division, same record, 8-4. Cincinnati's looking at this thing going, we're 4-8, we're 2 games out. So now they think now they got to go to Buffalo, which they could win that game.
It just seems like everyone's in it. I mean, the Dolphins are in it. That tells you all you need to know, right?
If the Dolphins win, how about this one? If the Dolphins win,
what do you got for me here?
And the Steelers lose, they're both going to be 6-7 playing each other on Monday Night Football. The Steelers started like 4-1. What did they start? Yeah. 4-1, 5-1, whatever it was. Everybody was talking, and now they want to get rid of Mike Tomlin.
I know.
Now they're going. They're chanting at a Steelers game.
In fairness, I think Tomlin's a good coach. It does seem like that a change of scenery could be good for everyone, right?
But you know what? They made a big mistake, and we've made them all down here through the last 20 years. Mistake? No, but we patched it in with, you patch it in with a 40-year-old quarterback who didn't have great success in New York, and then you start going out and trading. You get Jalen Ramsey.
Well, they're trying to win a
John
Super Bowl
Smith.
This year.
No, they went all in trying to.
It just isn't working.
No, they went all in to try to win some playoff games, and right now, hell, they may not get in the loser. Yep. Whoever doesn't win that division, probably not going to be another team that goes to playoffs in that division. It's hard to imagine. Baltimore hasn't looked great either, by the way. Lamar Jackson's not running like he used to. I thought it was, he's fresh off the injury. He ran one time. At the end of the game, he needed to run. He ran 15 yards up the middle, but he's not running. That guy was good for what? Minimum 900 yards, 800 yards, 1,000 yards rushing in a season. And that body's beat up. That body, he's not looking to run right now. He's looking to stay in the pocket more. And when he does get outside the pocket, he is looking to throw the ball down the field. He does not want to run right now. Speaking of that, we talked about the Tua stuff, and yesterday he said he has regrets about the run at the end of the game where he slid and he was a yard short of the first down, and then they get stopped on fourth down, giving the Saints another chance to almost tie the game up. They did score, but they didn't get the 2-point conversion. And it's just hearing him go through it. He's brutally honest. He is. He's brutally honest about going through the whole thing and what he needs to work on. My eyes. And now they're quarterback coach. I meet with him. I meet with Mike about decisions and the history and not taking a hit, but still being able to slide. Do I slide head first? Do I slide butt first? Knowing where the first down marker is, I got to do a better job. And I'm like, you've been in this league for a while. We should know all these things by now. When you decide to go down, and again, I understand they told him, and he's got it in the back of his mind. Do not take hits in the open field. Do not take hits. Do not slide late. Do not make sure you get out of it. We want to line up for another play. And if we don't get the first down, it's okay. But that situation at the end of the game, again, I don't know if you run the clock out in that situation, but you do get the first down. You get fresh downs, and you got a good chance, especially with your running game and the way Achane was running in that game, to really demoralize him, get it down to 2 minutes and then under 2 minutes and burn all the timeouts. And instead, fourth down has not necessarily been, it would look good for a while, but fourth down is not the last couple weeks. We've been stopped a few times here. So, I don't know. It's just kind of weird to hear him talking about my eyes and my footwork and passing. I need to do a better job. And the good news for Tua right now, they got a really good running game. Achane has just been incredible. 174, 120, 134 yards rushing the last 3 games. Incredible. And defensively, they have improved so much. Now, I'm not saying their numbers still look great because they were so bad. You were dead last in a lot of numbers through those first 6 or 7 games. But last 3 games, 7 takeaways and a pick 2. The big play by Minkah Fitzpatrick in the end zone on the 2-point conversion. You end up getting the 2 points instead of them. And the defense giving up 13, and 17 points. So everything's been good, except we got to get more. And I'm not saying we need to throw for 300 yards if we run the ball, but quarterback needs to make more plays with his legs and with his arm. He's not, everybody's being nice about it. He's not playing well. He's not playing well. When you consider everything, including what you're paying him, he's got to play better. And I know that they heard, he hasn't lost his confidence. I think the coaches, he lost some of his confidence. I could see where you lose confidence. I don't care what anybody says. When physically you can't do things, you could lose your confidence. Now you're doing things you're not comfortable with. Now you're worried. And he's been beat up. And I don't just mean the brain with concussions. He's been beat up. He gets hit. It seems to hurt more than a lot of other guys getting hit. And I could see it. And you start missing some short throws and you're hurrying it. And now you got to go to your second read. And do I have time to get it there? And can I get it there? Now you're going to add something the next 2 Sunday and a Monday night game where the weather's not going to be perfect. And hopefully you can run the ball. You keep running the ball, again, this week especially, you can run the ball. And by the way, you saw what Buffalo did to Pittsburgh in a running game. They just kept running the same friggin' play right up the middle. They're going, we're not playing our tackles. We're just going to run it friggin' up the middle and pound you. And they did. They stuck it. They humiliated Pittsburgh. So you got a chance the next couple of weeks with Devon to get huge numbers against the Jets and the Steelers. And honestly, Cincinnati hasn't been great against. There's some games there that you could have the way this is set up to do it, but you need your quarterback. And Mike has said this. It's not like I'm saying something brand new. He's got to play better and not leave potential first downs on the field when about trying to run the clock out late and finish it out, and you slide early. You got to know, man, you're in this league a while. You got to know where the first down mark. And by the way, how to get there. Head first, butt slide, you're going to lose a yard or 2. Everybody knows that. It's where the slide starts. Those are things that these guys, they know. You look at the mark, it happens every time. A guy stands up and he thinks he got more than he did. And they go, no, man, you started it back. Nice slide, though. Nice slide into second base, but not going to count. Hey, by the way, the other story we haven't mentioned, but I noticed Woody puts it in because it's his school, has nothing to do with us. South Florida getting head coach Brian Hartline. How about that? Our former wide receiver.
Wait a second.
No, that's the
You
only
gave me a hard
reason you
time
put
putting that in the update. Really?
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with us.
I mean, Brian Hartline, but it was about you and your school.
Well, first of all, they mentioned it in the national update driving in this morning. So, I mean, clearly it doesn't matter. But
I mean, it's fine.
I mean, he played for the Dolphins.
It's fine.
To school in Florida. You seemed really interested in it yesterday when I brought it up to you on the phone.
I like Brian.
You really want to,
I was a big Brian fan when he was here.
Okay.
A big Brian fan. And taking over. And he left a good job, man. He left a good job, even though you just wanted to kiss your school's ass. But the offensive coordinator,
I mean, a great hire. I mean,
let's not make your school sound like it's Florida State, or Miami. Okay. Let's not.
I didn't do that.
Well, that's what you're kind of. Anyway. I'm just messing.
You know what, man? We're excited about it. Okay.
Yeah, you should be.
There's a real good chance they could win that crap conference they're in. Okay.
You know what? Brian Hartline, he is, well, it's named Recruiter of the Year 1 year.
Yeah.
For his work.
Well, I think the receivers he's been pumping out over there are pretty good, no?
Well, the one he's got right now,
he's good. He might bring him to Tampa with him.
You said that to me yesterday.
I
You
know.
really think Jeremiah Smith's going to go, hey,
a good shot. Maybe he
I'm
stays
going
loyal.
Hartline. And
maybe,
I know.
maybe
I think he can stay right where he is. Because that thing is in
USF
really
probably
good
match
shape.
whatever Ohio State's willing to pay.
I heard what they have. I was listening to Mel Kiper yesterday talk about the talent on both sides of the football that Ohio State has again this year. It's incredible. I mean, draft guys are going to get drafted and high picks. They should win it all. I don't know if they will, but they're going to have a chance.
They lost the game, huh?
And by the way, one of the reasons is that freakish wide receiver from down here.
Yeah.
For Shaman Ahmadon is ridiculous. I don't know what his numbers are. I saw he caught a touchdown in the last game, but yeah. I'm sure
that's another
just
school
fine.
though, too. That like what are they doing for signing day? Like Hartline's not there. He's coaching this weekend. And I'm guessing they're going to let him coach to the playoffs. This isn't a Lane Kiffin situation.
No, they'll let him go.
There's not a lot of similarities in programs there. So
yeah.
So are they just going to try to field a roster at some point, or hope some guys stick around?
That's a tough one. Did they get any guys yesterday? They must have got some.
I mean, I'm sure some.
But it is kind of hard for a guy to sign. He doesn't know who's going to be there. You don't have a visit from the guy because you have no idea who it's going to be.
Well, the guys might not have had a lot of options. The guys,
but Brian Hartline is a good hire. I can't wait to see what he's like. First time head coach. First time after being OC at Ohio State. But what a nice first time. What's that pay? It's getting
a few $100 a game.
Few million.
Yeah, I would think 2 or 3 million, give or take.
I agree. All right, Woody. Well, listen, we got Brian Baldinger.
Could be the year they get over the hump and beat the Navy and Memphis, the two teams they lost to in their conference.
Hey, man, you got to be up every week.
Those are toughies, man.
Got to be up every week, ready to go. Brian Baldinger, Odyssey NFL Insider, going to join us at 9:00. The big fella, Kimbo Camper, is on his way. Right now, I want to talk to you about the holiday season at your South Florida Chevy dealers. Yeah, the SUV family, the big, beautiful, comfortable Tahoes and Suburbans, down to the midsize Traverse. I'm even going to throw a little Equinox in there because Woody loves that Equinox so much. But I got to tell you, it's about so much more. It's about the truck family. Durable, strong Colorado with its standard Turbo Max engine and impressive torque. Maybe over to Silverado 1500. Oh, my gosh. All the workday workhorse and weekend warrior power you get there with a Silverado HD. You feel confident and in command no matter where you are because of the legendary horsepower and the hardest working bed in the business. Hey, man, we have a truck absolutely perfect for your lifestyle. Hey, during this holiday season, if you're starting to look around, make sure you put South Florida Chevy dealers on that final list. I promise you, when you go down there and you take a test drive and you see what kind of deals they've got, great deals going on right now. We're going to move some SUVs and trucks over the next month. I want you in on the deal. Check it out. Whatever it is you're looking for, midsize, full-size, or heavy-duty truck, we got a truck that absolutely fits your lifestyle. See your South Florida Chevy dealers today for outstanding offers going on right now.
Joe,
Hey, man, I get it.
Do the right thing here, okay? So we'll go caller number 5, 305-567-0560. If you call before 8:30, you will be automatically disqualified. So, like this person calling right now, you're out.
Okay.
And I will make note of your name. You will be disqualified.
Yeah.
Fair?
Yeah.
Seems reasonable, right?
No, you're one thing about it, you're trying to be fair to the people. You've always been fair to the people.
Someone complains, gets right to me, man. We react.
Oh, see, Williamson just called early.
He's out.
He's out. See if
he won't be going Monday night.
Williamson, hang up and call back.
Oh, all right.
Kay Williamson, please don't do that to yourself. This is funny. I'm actually sitting there like a little kid watching this whole thing.
2.5 minutes from right now.
All right.
We'll set those stopwatches.
All right, for 2 tickets to the tennis. Great stuff. If you can't wait for the Miami Open and you don't get a chance to see Carlos Alcaraz because he's usually as the best player in the world or second best player in the world, if you like center, then you don't have to wait until he gets on the main court at the Miami Open. You can catch him early for a little teaser.
Does he usually beat center?
They go back and forth.
They do. Okay.
Yeah. Pretty
good
even.
Rivalry?
Yes.
Juicy?
Yeah, it's been juicy.
It's like a Federer and Nadal.
We got a lot of guys really mad at Sinner because he got caught with something dirty in his body, but he only got suspended 3 months. And
he took steroids?
I don't know what he took, but it was illegal.
What a black eye for
he tried to explain it, but it's so funny because the guy that's whining the most about it. This is when you watch too much tennis.
Yeah,
the Joker, Djokovic, is very upset about
really?
This. And there's been questions in his life.
He's my favorite player.
How about all these different guys, but they're pretty strict on their testing now. Yeah, so Sinner got busted, but he only got suspended 3 months, so he got able to come back and win another major and go to the finals.
Is this like a Canelo type thing where you ate the wrong steak or something?
I don't know. The Mexican meat. I don't know if it was Mexican meat. I don't know what it was, but he wasn't the only one. One of the top women got busted for it too.
The one that makes those noises. The tall one, Sharapova. She got in trouble for something, didn't she? It sounds like she's getting stabbed every time she hits the ball.
No, I don't know. I'm not sure. I get it though, man. I get it.
What do you mean you get it?
If you're like banged up and you're like why every other athlete does it. Little help. Little help
That's
with
not
endurance.
your take on the baseball thing. Every year we do the Baseball Hall of Fame thing. You're never like, I get where those guys are coming from.
No, they got caught.
You just love your tennis players so much. You try to give them the benefit
a little more blind on those guys, maybe. Hey, by the way, I've loosened up on the baseball thing. Let them all in.
Really?
I mean it. Let them all in. Put a little mark next to them, but it's kind of hard to keep them out with the numbers.
I just want to hear you forgive Lance Armstrong. That'll be the day.
I'm not doing that.
That's your number one guy.
When you go out of your way to ruin other people's lives to keep your lie, that's a different deal.
He apologized.
He can apologize. He'd already done a damage that like he destroyed like families.
Look at this. Perfect timing by our callers.
They're well coached.
I'll be back with you momentarily.
You've coached them up nicely. Hey, we do have a lot of stuff going on here, and we'll get into all that stuff with you as we continue on the show. Big Bo is expected in. I'm guessing he got caught up in traffic a little bit trying to get down here, which is not always easy, trying to get into Miami. But there was a couple of things that happened that I wanted to mention. By the way, Thursday Night Football tonight, the big show is back. Cowboys at Detroit. And the reason I say the big show is back, the Chiefs and Cowboys, one of those Thanksgiving games, one of those triple headers that were down, 57 million viewers for the Chiefs and Cowboys. Shattered. Most watched regular season game ever. 57 million. You talk about Thanksgiving eyeballs. How about that one? And then, hey, not Lions and Packers. 47.7 million, almost 48 million. But that Chiefs Cowboys, I mean, Mike Florio was on. He'll be on tomorrow, Pro Football Talk. He said, hey, just a heads up, there's a lot of people think this Chiefs Cowboys game could reach 50. $50 million. And he was only off by $7 million. More. Incredible. And that leads me to the other part of this whole thing that's very interesting. So I was watching Golf Channel yesterday. Now, again, I'm home all day and nobody around. So I was watching to see what's going on. Just flipping through the TV. I just wanted sports. I just don't want to. I don't want anything else. I don't want any talk shows. I don't want any political shows. I just wanted to clear my brain. And sports is what that. So anyway, I went to Golf Channel. And I'm hearing these guys talking about the PGA considering delaying the start of their season until after the Super Bowl. They don't want to go head-to-head. And now listen, it's not like they get 25 million viewers on Saturday and Sunday for their events. I was just kind of surprised by this. And they've also talked about cutting it back to around 20 events, so more top players will play in more of these events.
Congrats to Chris from Lauderhill, by the way.
He got it. He got it.
More tomorrow. Yeah, you may need to reevaluate things if you're watching the Golf Channel.
Why?
Of the day.
I like to watch the I watched.
Do they have like a talk show of some kind?
So I got to tell you what I did, man. I was watching Baldy on the Insiders on.
That's fine.
Last night on.
Okay, on NFL Network.
NFL Network.
Yeah,
I was watching last night.
NFL Network.
And
Golf Channel's questionable.
Talking about a lot of different things, and Baldy was breaking it all down last night. And I go, this is great. Baldy's going to join us tomorrow at 9:00, coming up here in less than an hour. We'll have him on. And we can talk to him about some of this stuff and who's hot, who's not. It's crazy, man. This finish to this season is going to be unbelievable. Teams are going to fall back. Some teams are going to stay hot. It looks like, unless something crazy happens, Denver and the Patriots, the New England Patriots, are going to have the two best records. One of them, though, is going to have to play round one. They only give one bye. And the NFC's wide open. Woody, I don't know. We got 3 teams with 9 wins in the same division in the West. How good is that?
I've never remembered
I don't either.
A year like this where every game seems to have major implications
No.
and every team's in it.
So Woody, like
usually
half
have
the
good
games.
teams, right?
Yeah.
Like Buffalo, Baltimore, KC have been very consistent. They are always locks to make the playoffs.
How about half the games look like, could affect you? I mean, no better than the Colts in Jacksonville and the Steelers and Ravens. Those are head-to-head, same record in the AFC North.
Is a shocker, by the way.
Yeah, Jacksonville.
I thought Jacksonville would have a similar record to us.
So you know what's crazy?
We are, but
the Jacksonville quarterback, Trevor Lawrence, has not been great. He's making throws now a little bit more.
Take him all day over our guy.
And you know who else not having a great year throwing the football?
Who's that?
Guy in Chicago, Caleb Williams. They run the ball, they defend. Now he's making some throws at the end of the game.
Still take him too.
Team's
winning, man.
I got to tell you, when you're not accurate throwing the ball, and you can't run, it's tough. It's a tough.
Teams don't win games with bad quarterback play. You have to have at least decent quarterback play. You're not going to win with bad quarterback play.
Well,
you agree?
Not in the
Unless
long
you get lucky
run.
enough to play the Saints.
In a long run of a season. And by the way, the Dolphins.
These are teams with good records, though. That you're talking about Jacksonville, Chicago. They're good. They're pretty good.
No, they've got a lot of competition. And by the way, the Colts are coming back. They haven't played well. Colts have lost 3 of 4. Steelers have lost 3 of 4, and so have the Bucks. They've lost 3 or 4 games. So this thing, man, it just makes it better. Everybody's coming back, and now you got some teams making a run. Is a 500 team going to have a chance to jump in the playoffs in the last week? I'm guessing the old commissioner's going, man, this is just the way we want it. This is just the way we want it. All right. Anyway, we've got a lot more. The Heat found out when you don't hit 24 threes and you hit 11 of 37, a little different game no matter who you're playing. They lose to the Mavs last night. And 118-108. They're going to lose some games. It's not like they're not going to lose some games, but still off to a great start. Really, really good start. All right. Speaking of good start, I want to get you off to a good start. I want to tell you about a new program a good friend Michael Kotze has at Choice Mortgage. It's an amazing offer. It's called the Hometown Heroes Program. He's helping first responders such as law enforcement, healthcare professionals, educators, firefighters, and military vets with up to $35,000 in closing costs and down payment assistance with low fixed rates and no prepaid penalties. Give Michael a call on his cell phone, 561-441-2730. That's 561-441-2730. You can call or text him and learn more about the Hometown Heroes program. Hey, man, this guy's about getting you a mortgage quickly, getting you the lowest rates. Go to Google reviews on the web. Choice Mortgage Reviews are saying a lot of great things about him. Whether it's debt consolidation or getting that mortgage for a home you really want and need it quickly, this is what Michael Kotze does. 7 days a week, the man's always working. You can call or text him, 561-441-2730. 30 years of experience, MLS 166254. Rates and terms subject to change, daily without notice. He's an equal housing lender.
WQ
if you don't mind. They're calling us from.
Oh, your friends at Milpitas. Are you?
They're calling us.
Go
from
ahead.
out
Yeah,
west.
I'd like to hear what they have to say. Go ahead.
Let me go ahead and patch them through here.
Well, thank you, Hollywood. Hello, everybody. Mike Hunt here from 106.9 The Bone. And it's been a mixed week out here in Milpitas as the Trojans extended their playoff drought to 25 years.
Oh.
To make matters worse, the Trojans haven't played for a state title since the Kim Bokamper era in the late 1930s. The town is still reeling after star quarterback Jack McCock said he would not return for a senior season after wealthy restaurateur and Milpitas Hall of Famer Kim Bokamper declined to make a six-figure NIL payment. JMC's girlfriend, Anita Dick, made some public comments on Bokamper earlier this week.
Our hearts will always be in Milpitas, but we need to maximize our earnings while we can. With the Miami millionaire unwilling to support the team, we are exploring other options, and we plan to make a decision next week.
Well, this week will shape the future of the Trojans and the great town of Milpitas. Can the town count on its legends to step up? We'll soon see. Well, for now, let's send it back to the recently disciplined company man Harold in Miami.
You know, I hear the Trojans. I hear the Trojans are putting new helmets. Their new helmets are ribbed a little bit. You know.
We've got more out of your effing hometown.
You know what? It's been going on a little bit too long. A little bit too long.
Hey, I have more people ask me that think it's funny. How are you holding? How are you handling? I go, he's laughing with it. I mean, it's just because this guy's like a little 2-year-old.
Well, yeah. I mean, you know, like again, the jag off. Like he's got his look right now. He's got his face flashed in the window with a big smile on his face. I think his hands in his pocket too.
Oh gosh! Now they live with this. I'm just for you to come in for that.
Now they recruit some young females to come in and, you know, and another actor in the show. Right?
Anita, you can't beat Anita.
I got Mike back here. He wants to chime back in. You know,
Gentlemen, good morning. How are you today?
Now we're going to have a give and take, right?
I want to say hello and welcome to the show. And it's great to talk to you personally. And,
you know, they're talking about you at Butts Bakery these days. You know,
hey, easy there, Tricker. One second. Anita, thank you, love. Thank you so much, darling.
Oh,
all righty. Okay. Listen, you guys have a great morning, okay?
Hey, and thank you on behalf of Milpitas and everything. Thank you so much.
You become enemy number one in Milpitas. Even if you even get by Piedmont Hills, they're going to take you down.
Right. Well, when you think of Milpitas, you think of Jack.
And hey, and don't you dare go by Lick High School. That's going to really be trouble.
Oh man. Oh, that hurt. That was good. That hurt a little bit right there. All right. Hey,
you know, it kind of, you know, I've been in traffic literally for like 4 hours this morning.
I was going to ask you,
and
I almost called and said,
and so that kind of now it you know, after that it's just all blown away. It's fine. It's no big deal.
Yeah, right. Hey,
it cheered me up a little bit.
Was the traffic bad?
Well, so I tell you what, I live up by Commercial, and I got to go. I do the coaches show in the morning,
right?
And so I get onto 95 in Commercial, and I'm not even on the highway yet, and all I see is nothing but red lights in front of me.
Oh, that's not good.
There were 4 lanes shut off. 4 right lanes shut off at
Are you old
State
school?
Road 84.
Are you old school and don't check ahead of time? I am.
Well,
I never check.
No, I did. I should have. I should, but I don't. No,
That's old school. We don't do
check
that
when I'm in the middle of it.
These guys all check and go, hey, he'll call me. Woody will call me and go, hey, Joe, don't go that way, man. It's 40 extra minutes.
So I was a jerky, you know. So I tried to get. So I tried to get off. So, you know, I'm one of those guys that are cutting in front of people to try to get off and stuff. So then I got to the coaches show in time, and then from the coaches show here was another like hour or so.
Oh,
it's all that Golden Glades, but that's neither. No one wants.
Well,
no one wants to hear that, especially the people that are sitting in their car like I was.
No.
MFing everybody,
Right? And anybody tries to cut in and out,
yeah.
And you're mad at them and you're screaming because you realize you're going to be late for something.
Yeah.
All right.
Now that he's all angry and riled up, why don't you ask about the quarterback sliding the yard short of the first down and dancing on the ground?
Oh my God!
What are his thoughts on that?
I barely got to it. I was going to hit this. I was going to get into it.
What, you're going to stick me more? You're going to put me right back into traffic again? Is that what you're?
You know what? He tried to train wreck you right when you got in here. So we were talking earlier.
I thought he played really well last week, Hollywood. I'm telling you. You know what I mean? I thought that was one of his finest games. So, is that what you want me to say?
Hey, Bo. It is funny. So
this guy really is a jerk.
Listen. He is.
It's the holiday season.
He's a dark cloud.
No, just before he cools off, I just wanted to get his opinion on it.
He's a dark cloud. I said we won 3 in a row, and he goes, "Really? You're going to count some of those games?" I go, "Yeah, I'm going to count them."
I might be on his side on that, but
Hey, Bo. So it is. I don't know. I haven't really talked to you about this. There's not much to be said. I talked to you right after the game, but. So to it, like, he talks and he says, "Oh yeah, I'm meeting with my quarterback coach about my eyes and my footwork and getting that stuff." And yeah, I made a mistake on 3rd down. I slid early and I got to do it. And I went in and talked to Mike about it. I'm like, you don't need to. Some of these things you don't need to at this point in your life. You don't need to talk about. And I get the concussion history, but he's got to get a first down on that, and he's got to know when you slide butt first, you're losing 1.5 yards to 2 yards.
Right. Yeah, there's a couple things, I mean, his escapability has really become a problem. I mean, 4 sacks last week, I think he probably got another one. And once, I'm not, it's funny because, we're old school. So I'm not now there's a lot of new terminology in football, right?
Yes, lots.
Once he gets off schedule, I get that's what they say, right?
Yeah.
To me, it's once he pulls the ball down, he's in trouble, and he can't escape. He just kind of going around in circles like a top, and someone's going to come and drag him down, and so you get. And then the other thing, Joe, and we've talked about this, and I've talked about it for a long time. In bad weather, in wet weather, and we're going to go up to New York, and it's going to be cold. It could be snowy. I'm not sure about it. I haven't checked the.
This can be a big test.
But handling the ball handling,
a lot of balls on the ground,
mishandling the balls on the ground. It's you think he's going to rectify it at some point, but it's been happening since he's been here. Yeah. So
he's lucky because we got a good running game and a good defense right now.
No doubt.
That's how we're winning these games.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Hey, we got to go to break here. We're going to talk more about that. Don't go away. Brian Baldinger, Odyssey NFL Insider, going to join us. We got a lot of stories, great stuff going on around the National Football League. And I want to talk to you about injuries. I don't like talking about injuries, but hey, sooner or later we all get injured. Sure is nice to have one of the top sports medicine programs in the country right here in our backyard. Baptist Health South Florida. Oh my gosh. They put together an all-star team of team doctors and specialists that cover Inter Miami, the Heat, the Panthers, the Miami Dolphins, FIU, FAU, knee, shoulder, foot, and ankle, hand, back, hip and knee replacement, Achilles. All these specialists for every part of the body. And about 35 strong in doctors right now with 3 great facilities, Doctors Hospital in Coral Gables, Hard Rock Stadium right next to the training facility, and 595 in Pine Island in Plantation, Broward, easy to get to. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho. The next time you have an injury, hey, there's one goal for all of us. Get you healthy, back out playing the sports you love the most.
Today's topics are sponsored by local
This update is brought to you by Doral Kia, home of the price seat to our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Kia, DoralKia.com. Starting with the Heat, who fell to the Mavs by a final of 118-108. Next up, Miami will head to Orlando tomorrow night. Over to the Panthers, who welcome in the Predators tonight. The puck drops at 7 from Amaranth Bank Arena. The game can be heard right here on WQAM. In college football, the Hurricanes signed 29 players on National Signing Day to secure a top 10 class and tops in the ACC. And yesterday, former Dolphins receiver and current Ohio State OC Brian Hartline took the head coaching job at USF. Finally, in the NFL, Week 14 begins tonight with the Lions and Cowboys kickoff. Joe is at 8:15. Back to you.
All right, Woody, thank you so much. Kim Bocamper's with us. And, Bo, we're waiting on Baldy. We may or may not. I know he's been real busy with all these games going on. Which, by the way, how about tonight? Cowboys at the Lions. What a great way to kick off the week. The games are unbelievable.
I'll tell you what, it's funny. These you've got the Chiefs that are drowning right now. You got the Lions that are in hot water. It's the races are becoming really intense. Right now. And you got teams that you thought were like the Chicago Bears. Who saw the Chicago Bears
being 9-3,
being where they are?
No.
And look at New England. You can't think New England's going to trip. They just keep winning and winning and winning.
They're in the playoffs right now. They got enough wins right now. Denver's about ready to join them. They're going to lock one up here pretty soon. And you know what's really crazy? How about the Mike Tomlin story? They're going to dump him.
I don't know.
Even
about
Ben
that.
Roethlisberger and those guys, even former guys are going, his ass needs to go.
You know what? So this is the Coach Schulich. It's the games passed him by.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
All he does is win 10 games, and not that they're winning 10 games, but all he does is win 10 games and
haven't won a playoff game since 2015.
And so to me, the Rooney family, who still runs that team, they're very, very reticent. I mean, what have they had?
Very loyal.
3 coaches in the last how many
have
years?
not had
35 years,
coaches,
whatever it is. And so they're if it's got to get really bad.
I didn't like the way they patched that thing together, though.
Yeah.
They took a couple of our guys, and of course Aaron Rodgers came in and got his wife.
Well,
we haven't seen her, but he got married and then came and joined the team late. It's just been a really weird situation.
But they're aren't they in the same situation that virtually every team, including us, needs the right quarterback?
Yes.
Right. I mean, look.
No, they're just
look at.
They're on quarterback.
Do you think New England's where they are if they don't have Dart?
No, New England with not Dart. Drake May.
Drake May. I'm sorry, I keep it with Drake May. Do you think they're the same team?
No, he's really
Drake
good.
May?
I think he's
so
really
they found their guy.
I think Bo Nick's really good for Denver.
Yeah, right.
And hasn't had great starts, but really good closer in the fourth quarter.
So you got that. So it just proves that this is a quarterback-driven league, and if you don't have that quarterback, then you're searching, you're grabbing for straws like Aaron Rodgers and all these guys. You got all these guys that are just
So what's amazing?
If you're a quarterback now, you could have a 20-year career.
You know what's crazy with going back to what we were talking about with the Dolphins. So Dolphins defense I'm just going last 3 games since Chris was let go after the game with Baltimore. 7 takeaways in 3 games by the defense, and the pick 2, which was a huge play by Minka Fitzpatrick. They've given up 13, 13, and 17 points in the last 3 games. Let me take the offensive side. Devon Achane, 174, 120, and 134 yards rushing. We got a running game right now that is, hey, man, feed him more. And they've been doing this with 21 and 22 carries. That's what he's been getting. The one part of this team, and by the way, the kicking game, this is as good a combination with what we're getting with Patterson and Bailey. Patterson filling in for Jason is 21 to 23. He's been great. And Bailey has been, whether it's backing him up or hitting 49 on his kicks, a little over 49 yards on his kick. We got one thing that's not one. They're still winning. They're still finding ways to win. Now, 2 of them haven't been pretty.
But so you got, and so Achane
he has not played well.
Achane consistently running the ball is, as well as anybody in the league right now, right?
Yes.
And over the last month, the the ability to get him the ball by the pair, but in the air has kind of diminished a little bit, right?
Yeah, he's not getting as
So
many
I don't think
ways.
he got targeted. He got targeted once or twice maybe last week. I don't think he had a catch.
He didn't have a catch. He did not have a catch in the last game.
And part and parcel of that is your quarterback. Your quarterback is, I've been saying this since the beginning of this year. His arc is not on the upward climb.
No.
His arc is not on the lateral climb. His arc is on the downward slope right now.
I would love to be in those meetings with the quarterback coach.
Yeah. And
coordinator and the head coach going, what do we do to get more out of this guy? Yeah. They've been able to get away with it so far in the last 3 games.
Yeah.
They've been able to win. But when you pick up in competition here at the end of the year, not to mention the cold weather's not been his best friend. He has not had great games, and hopefully we'll see better play. But, Bo, it's everything. And I know the scrambling thing he's been told by everybody in the organization with his concussion history. But this sliding, every time he slides short of a first down.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
Like he takes off.
And it's not like he's sliding 8 yards short of the first down.
No.
Right?
Not in that last
He's
one.
a couple yards, 2-3 yards, and then,
and you don't get it on 4th down like the last game.
And look, if even if you just try to head fake a guy or something and you don't make it, okay. But those it's again, you watch the top guys and they're putting their head down, but I know the whole concussion thing, and it's just
even that's not healthy to talk about.
It's just not good quarterback play.
No.
Top to bottom this season. Very, very very, very pedestrian at best.
Yeah.
Right?
No. Hey, and the other thing is, let's talk about the interception. And I'm not dogpiling on the guy. I'm just Waddle goes down the sideline, gets past the corner, safety. And you and I, it's a bad example. Marino throws that ball. You by the way, it's on a rope.
Yeah.
You the it, and you're running after I'm not. I'm falling down. But a lot of guys are catching it, and they're running after. They're thinking about scoring.
Marino,
Clayton and Duper and Nat are going to catch it, and Jimmy.
How many quarterbacks in this league right now throw that dart to him?
A lot.
Right? Instead of lofting. Those guys were waiting for that ball to come down.
Well, that thing took forever.
It was like the
Goodyear
blimp hanging up there.
Yeah. So safety comes over, makes a play on it.
That's one of those things where we got 2 defensive guys fighting for the ball, right?
Well, by the way,
I want to get the cat.
They've had a couple of those.
Yeah.
The guy Washington dropped one in double coverage. Should have probably not even thrown it. But look, I don't know what they do. I mean, he's a quarterback. He still gives you the best chance to win with the other guys.
Yeah.
Are you with me on that?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
I just want to make sure.
Well, and look, and not only that, you've got now Darren Waller back and Greg Dulcich, who's become a really good,
using their 2 tight ends.
Wide receiver at UCLA, right? And then he comes in here and he bulks up a little bit. And now he's a tight end. And you got to, he's proven to be a very good an asset to this passing game. So you got that opportunity. Now you got Waller and those guys in. They had them both on the field at a couple times last week. That gives you that opportunity.
I see that some of the heat's on some of the other receivers besides, they're saying, well, Waddle, and Tua's done this more than once. Well, they took Waddle out of the game, or I couldn't see Waddle, or whatever it is. But they need to get another wide receiver going in this thing. Although I think with Devon and the 2 tight ends you just mentioned, now that I think Waller's really good, and I wish they could use him and get him the ball more. I thought they were. I know the one catch, and you and I disagreed on the back of the end zone. He made a catch.
I thought it was too high for him.
He was wide open.
It was too high for him to be inbounds at the end of the end. He was at the back of the end line and couldn't get down in time. I mean, I was standing right there looking at it, and it wasn't.
I just was seeing like
just too high
to catch it and drag the feet.
No.
Fall down.
Let me tell you what. If he had a size 18 foot,
okay.
If he had a size 18 shoe, maybe
you won't even tell me I was close to being right.
Maybe he would have got a toe tap down on that one. Maybe if he had Shaq's shoes,
I would love to know, because he's our guy next year.
Yeah.
But I mean, because fans coming up right and left. They're jumping off the Tua bandwagon going, hey, what are we doing about next year? And I go, we owe him a lot of money. What do you think?
And look, I listening to him after in the post-game press conference. He knew that it was a crappy game. He
Oh
knew
yeah,
that.
he did know that.
I mean, he wasn't. He wasn't that guy that, even though he's had some bad games and he walked up there and you thought that he played, like Johnny Unitas or something. None of that after this game. He knew how bad he played in that game. It was. Yeah.
I think sliding.
I'm not. Earlier in the year I went a little far on the worst game that I've ever seen.
Yeah, no, you were strong. You're still talking about these guys. Almost hope like if we have a bad loss, people are waiting for you to do your CBS post game because you get so fired up asking questions. I get home and my wife, who does not watch post game shows, is like, I think Bo's fired up, and I go, did you talk to him? She goes, I'm watching his show. I can't turn it off. It's made for TV stuff. And I was cracking up. I was like, wow, now you're watching that. So I could just tell. I say he takes losses very, very hard. There's no, I wish more people in the organization would take losses hard. Maybe that would help.
That would help. Yeah.
That would help us a little bit. But anyway, man, a lot of good things going on with the team. I want to ask you, Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
Devon Achan's a Pro Bowler.
No doubt.
Jordan Brooks leads the league.
Jordan Brooks should be.
How about who would be the third guy? So I gave more specific so to cut this down. Brewer or your left tackle?
I would say both
Patrick
of them.
Paul.
I would say both of them. I think Brewer's been amazing. I mean, you
the way
watch
we
that
use
guy,
him,
he's
he's
the
knocking
way they
down.
use him.
Oh, he's crazy.
You see a guy, you see a guy like that, his size, pulling not behind the line, in front of the line to get to the second level, and he's kicking guys out, and he's giving running lanes
when he's in open field.
I mean, he's fast.
His blocking is amazing.
Blocking is, and so he certainly is, and I think Patrick Paul is.
We just don't hear much about him, which is a good sign.
Well, that's a good thing, right? I mean, how many times? You got another guy that's ready to go in the Hall of Fame in Richmond Webb. And when he was playing, you didn't really talk about him much because he never got beat.
Right.
We
did love those Bruce Smith, Richmond Webb.
Those
one-on-ones against the Buffalo Bills were fantastic.
But I think there's, I think those four guys.
Alec Ingold as that fullback, they've talked about how well he's played, but
yeah, he's had some games where it hasn't worked out for him.
But that's about it on the team, right? Those are main guys.
Yeah, I think so. I think you've hit most of them. I mean, Dotson has been playing
Dotson's
well,
put up nice numbers, but compared to the guy
yeah,
next to him,
right? Yeah.
It'd be hard to get both.
But they do deserve. I think they deserve. Certainly, Jordan and Achan.
Boy, the thing about Jordan Brooks, he gets after guys on the side.
Oh no, he does.
He's leader.
Yeah,
he's like, hey, I know I wasn't drafted by these dudes, but this is my team.
Yeah,
we're gonna friggin' play like this.
No, and he
I love it.
And I tell you what, those guys, when he's almost like Dwight, but he talks a lot more than Dwight. But when he talks, people listen.
That was Dwight,
and he's an impact. So I remember going, when we were in Atlanta. Remember the first series, their series, their first opportunity with the ball, backed up, and he comes and makes that he sacks again. Second play of the game,
right? Comes up with a sack.
That whole sideline erupted,
right?
And to me,
that's the first time we've seen emotion for a while.
And I said that play alone set the tempo for me for that whole game.
I thought, and we got to go to break here, but Bradley Chubb's sack.
Oh,
that was a huge play.
Huge
play. Them backed up.
Yep.
Getting us the ball back and everything.
Well, that whole sequence of
Bradley Chubb's another guy. I give credit because, I thought he was gone.
Yeah,
it's a right draft pick. He's not here right now.
Yeah, no, he's he's playing really well, and I tell you, he's another guy that, he's a guy that gets that team going. It's
he is
the guys that they look at him for that just the energy and what he gives them. So and look, he's I'm happy for him because from what he went through last year, and you know what the other thing. For me, he's always he comes out and talks, and he's not backing down from anything.
No. He'll say things, and sometimes he'll go, well, we don't really agree, but I mean, if he's saying it, and that's what he's feeling, I guess that's what we're going to go with. Hey, we're going to break here. We got more stuff to get to. By the way, Bradley Chubb had his contract redone. Bo,
Yep.
You had incentives. I'm going to read you some of the
No,
incentives
no.
he's already reached. Get out of here. We'll be back with that in just a second. First, though, I want to talk to you about Dr. Barry and his staff at Recovery Unplugged. Man, I'll tell you what, a lot of us, I'm talking firsthand, man. I've been in that funk, whether you've gone through it in a marriage or your job, you've lost your job, something's thrown you off the road here a little bit, and you're just in a funk. You're in a bad funk and you can't get out of it. Hey, man, it's under the mental health family these days, and there's something you can do about it. Dr. Barry and his staff at Recovery Unplugged are fantastic. Here's something to get you going. Recovery Unplugged Behavioral Health has a beautiful mental health residential program in Fort Lauderdale for 12 years. They've helped over 20,000 people heal with expert clinical team and innovative treatments like ketamine therapy for depression, anxiety, and trauma. If you or someone you love needs a winning strategy, this is easy. Call 954-737-4508. That's 954-737-4508 or visit recoveryunplug.com. You can learn more about them. Hey, listen, everyone deserves a great season in life. If you're looking to turn your life around and get back on the road, Recovery Unplugged, heal out loud. Good morning, everybody. Kim Bocamper in with us as we've been talking a little bit about the Miami Dolphins. Hey, by the way, I know you get a kick out of this, and I want to get your take because I know you're a big golfer and love watching golf like I do.
Yep.
You play it, I don't.
No,
but
I wouldn't say
don't get carried away.
No, yeah, don't get carried
The
away. with that.
PGA is considering delaying the start of their season until the Super Bowl is over because of the popularity of the National Football League. Does that surprise you?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. You know, because you
Can
get
you
those.
just change everything after all these years of doing it a certain way?
Yeah. Well, so now you should be. This should be the time where they're going to Hawaii, right? They start the tour in Hawaii. They do. I think they do.
Yeah, they do a couple events over there. You're right. They take all the winners.
They do that on that other one, and then they do Wailea Country Club, which is the Hawaiian Open, whatever the sponsor is, and then they come to make the West Coast. Then they start the West Coast swing. And I'm always and look, I would prefer them to start it after the Super Bowl because I can watch them on Sundays.
See, I watch mostly the majors. I'm like Woody. Woody and I were talking. He likes Sundays on majors and the big
I love
tournaments.
Sundays. I love Saturdays and Sundays on the majors. But I like to watch. Sunday. I love to watch PGA golf.
So can I ask you this then? I'm going to take it to a new level where they've lost me. If the big guys aren't playing, I don't watch.
No. I don't watch like you get to
because they all seem to take off the same time. Well, Scotty Scheffler and
it's always
McIlroy, they're not playing the same.
It's always
weeks.
a week or two before the majors, right?
Right.
And they don't play in those. And so to me, it's a chance for all those guys that are at the bottom of the money list to win a tournament and get their exemptions and all the things they get.
So they're talking, Bo, about trying to get around 20 events so the top players will play almost every event.
Yeah. I think
because too many of them they don't. You know, we know about it. Look what they did the Honda Classic.
Yeah.
What they did to Honda Classic for the amount of money they spent. I was telling Woody this earlier. We went to like 19 different places in Broward County before it moved to Palm Beach. But it was terrible, man. Yeah. It would go. Cadillac was great. Had every guy.
To be honest, I don't like it at Palm Beach. I don't like for some reason I don't care watching that tournament very much because all the big players aren't.
They don't play
there,
and most of them live in Jupiter.
Exactly.
Weren't a bunch of those guys playing in that indoor simulator?
I like that.
I
like that.
You like that?
I love that. Yeah.
They pumped.
I'm gonna go up. I think I'm gonna go up. When does that start? Do you know?
No, I don't.
Because I've been trying to figure out when it was going to start.
What he's telling he didn't like it. He didn't know.
No, I didn't say I didn't like it. It's just I've actually never seen it. In fairness,
it looks cool.
Look at you. Look, I like it.
Golf on a Saturday. You watch those long tournaments. It's the ultimate nap sport.
Well,
you can't tell me you don't fall asleep. watching
No.
golf.
So Saturday, Sunday.
Joe's smiling and he knows.
Saturday, Sunday is this. You lay down on the couch, or if you got a recliner, you're there, and you start watching, and all of a sudden you doze off a little bit, and then like 15 minutes later, you pop up and okay.
17th hole. It's a one-stroke lead. Let's see if you can hold on.
It's the equivalent of going to a baseball game because you go to a baseball game and you're live there, and you can have a conversation with a guy for 15 minutes and not even have to watch the game. Then all of a sudden, someone gets there. Oh, there you go. It's kind of the equivalent of that. So
I think it's more the equivalent of like those sleep machines that make the sounds.
White noise.
Yeah.
Woody's wondering if there's another Tiger on the way that can impact the.
No,
I like Scotty
Scheffler.
Scheffler.
Yeah, but Scotty's not Tiger.
No,
Scotty's not Tiger. Tiger's Tiger is Jack Nicklaus, Greg Norman.
No, he's
Arnold Palmer. That had personality and were like kind of those swashbuckler guys. That I mean,
Tiger just whatever it was, he had it times 10.
Well, so
MJ had it.
Scotty is very methodical, and
But that son of a gun is clearly the best player.
But Tiger, I mean, for dramatic shots, I mean, some of the shots that I still watch over and over and over and over again. That shot he made at the 16th hole
at the Masters,
Augusta,
where that thing had that bend all the way down to the last drop.
And you know what? For Nike, that ball stopped right with the Nike logo.
Yeah,
sitting right.
He got another $20 million a year the way that ball dropped in. That's hilarious. You're right.
But I mean, the shots. Like I watch some stuff now on online, and just some of his greatest shots and some of the things he's done.
Well, you can't. His highlight reel,
Yeah.
it'd take he and his family
Forever.
like a month or a year to watch, and that's 24 hours a day. It's been so good. So a follow-up to that, did you see the Thanksgiving ratings?
Oh, well, yeah.
Chiefs and Cowboys, 57 million.
Yeah.
You
And
know
then
that 57
for
and 47 for Lions and Packers.
Yeah.
So that's like a conference championship game ratings.
Yeah.
For regular season.
But that's what, first of all, you had good matchups.
Oh, no, they got
right.
Good and by the way, don't think Christmas isn't going to have good
And then
matchups.
look, and then you even go to the third game. You had Cincinnati with Joe Burrow coming back. That was a good game. I don't know how many people that drew.
It dropped down, but it was still a big number.
Still a number. And so therein lies the fact that people go, geez, how they pay that much money, those guys? And I go, and they go, well, because I see some of the stadiums, and sometimes it doesn't. I don't think that I don't think it matters if there's people in the stadium. Now,
I don't see empty
for
stadiums.
Atmosphere. No, for atmosphere. But I don't think they don't. If they didn't get the money from ticket sales, they wouldn't care, because they're getting so much money now on the revenue from TV streaming. It's on Apple. It's on Prime. It's on
Amazon Prime owns
all
tonight.
that money, and it's. I mean,
we are cracking up saying Amazon Prime sure is excited about tonight.
The point being, season ticket sales, a drop in the bucket for the money that they're. But
I'll
making.
bet, Bo. I don't know, because I don't know what the bad markets. I'm guessing everybody's selling all their tickets.
I'm just making a point.
Yeah.
If that's the least money that they make.
Yeah.
Is on ticket sales. All the other stuff is all that ancillary stuff, all the TVs and all the rights for that.
Oh, no, they're still fighting. Hey, listen, guys trying to get in that party. Netflix wanted certain days and knew that was going to happen.
Hey, look,
Amazon Prime, the amount of money they're spending.
And Joe, we were in Madrid last couple weeks ago. How much fam? I was at on Wednesday. The first couple of days was like, oh, there's not many people. Then all of a sudden on Wednesday, they were all over the place.
Oh no, the ticket package definitely kicked in by Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday night.
So the popularity there, and so those guys can watch all the NFL games they want in Europe, in Asia, wherever they are. Much like the Premier League and all these La Liga and all these, you can watch. I watch a Premier League game almost every day. I turn on a little bit watching these soccer games.
Hey, so let me ask you, what's the goal for?
I think
what's the goal?
I think
going
overseas.
I
think they want, and this may not be short term. I think they would have a league in Europe, like a division, like 4 teams. And you go over there and you play 2 games.
Because we're teasing the hell out of those people.
Yeah, I mean, it's look.
Germany, we love you. Spain, we love you.
When we were in Spain, when we were in Madrid, what was the conversation? The Dolphins want to own Spain.
Oh, yeah. Dolphins
want to own Spain. Over and over and over and over again. We heard that. They want to plant their flag there.
They want the Spanish-speaking fans. If you love football, we want you to be our fan.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree.
Exactly.
I don't disagree with that.
And so why not put a division over? I don't know. Maybe I'm stupid and speculating, but it kind of goes along with my line. In 20 years, they're going to be playing flag football in the NFL, but that's another story for That's another story for another day.
I did that day you went. They're going to flag football. And it's going to be full time.
That's another bug to put into Hollywood.
Oh, I just don't know. So. We were talking about this. We don't have enough quarterbacks. Going back to your original thing, let's just talk about the substance of the product.
Yeah.
We don't have enough quarterbacks in this league. And by the way, we're way short again.
Yeah.
And all the teams that are down at the bottom are usually Cam Ward's going to be fine with Titans. I think they still believe him. But do you think the Saints know for sure that Shuck is the guy?
No.
You think the Raiders, Geno Smith is the guy there?
No.
The Jets, Justin Fields.
No.
Pittsburgh, Aaron Rodgers.
Nope.
I mean, everybody's in. I mean, there's and by the way, our situation here is.
Say you should throw us in there.
It's been going, Joe. It's been going on for a long time.
We're 7 or 8 short every year.
Well, look, it's how many times we've got one of them on our team.
Yes, we do.
A guy was the 2nd pick in the draft. He's on his 3rd team, right?
Yeah, Wilson,
number 2 pick in the draft.
Yep.
and I've been saying all along is these teams are so hungry for that quarterback, that guy.
Yeah.
That guy. They're for the the young Aaron Rodgers, the Brett Favres, the Dan Marinos, all those guys. All those guys. And there's a number of those guys that are in the league now that are in that
have a chance
in that category. But so you get in the top, I think I don't hear a lot of talk about quarterbacks coming into this draft, right?
There's been a lot of guys who are supposed to be good that aren't
as much as we have in the past. But so there's drafts where you had the top 10 picks, they may pick 4 or 5 quarterbacks in that draft, and maybe one of them is playing okay to great.
Yeah.
The other ones, they're on their second and third teams, and I mean second pick choice, first round pick, second pick in the draft, fifth pick in the draft, 8th pick in the draft,
Darnold.
7th pick in the draft, and they just fall by the wayside, right?
Hey, let's go to break here. We got more stuff to get to. Brian Hartline, man, I love Brian Hartline
awesome.
down here.
That's
I know
nice
you
to
do
see.
too. Yeah, good to see him getting a chance to be a head coach. My God, it was just the other day. I think he was calling, looking to see if he could get a receiver job after he was done playing. And goes to Ohio State, and the rest is history.
Well, that Ohio State team's pretty good, man.
Oh, God. Speaking of NFL prospects, they got it from top to bottom. Hey, Atlantic Men's Clinic's got it from top to bottom for you. ED and low T, I want to get rid of it during the holiday season. I got rid of mine. I want you to get rid of yours. And if you're dealing with low T, my energy level, I'm tired all the time. And you know what happens? It's so true. And I was told when I went to Atlantic Men's Clinic, so you're not active, but you're eating the same amount of food. Hello, 20 pounds. How are you? You gained that 20 pounds. Nothing you can do about it. You're on the couch eating the same amount. You're not active. You're not walking. You're not playing your favorite sports. You're not staying active. And then the sex drive. Oh, God, the ED stuff is serious, man. And a lot of guys don't know how to deal with it, and it can really mess with you, man. And if you want to get your sex drive back and get rid of low T, man, you can do it all. In Atlantic Men's Clinic, this is what they do. ED and low T are gone. And I'm telling you firsthand, I was full-blown ED and low T. There was no maybe, well, I don't think so. Oh, no, it was full-blown. And I went to Atlantic Men's Clinic for that first appointment, and I got to tell you, it's a game changer. The PSA test, meet with their professional staff. I had a ton of questions for them and found out every guy's going to go through this. 7 locations in South Florida serve you. I go to Plantation. They got a brand new location in Hollywood that is just a knockout, just so nice and so convenient. 877-455-7300. Please set up that first appointment. There's no better holiday gift than feeling better for a guy. Feeling better and getting your sex drive back. 877-455-7300. Set up that first appointment. It will change your life. Go to AtlanticMen'sClinic.com.
The Joe
Morning to everybody out there. So, Bo, we got a little Thursday night football. Cowboys 6-5-1 at the Lions 7-5. How about the Lions? How about the Lions and the Chiefs and the Ravens didn't make the playoffs?
Unbelievable.
That could happen.
And no doubt. Well, the Chiefs are really in trying, as are the Ravens. Now the Lions are. If the Lions lose tonight,
7-6,
then they're in a dogfight. And so it's funny about that. So they've had injuries, but they're like 0-6 on fourth and when they go for fourth downs. You know what I mean? Of the last few.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Oh,
that.
Yeah.
I know he's aggressive. Nobody's more aggressive than he is.
He keeps going, and I think the last 6 times they've gone for it in key games, they've been shut out.
I know you and I we talked a lot about the 4th and goal at the 1, and now I'm watching the league. Everybody
now one's getting stoned. People are figuring it out.
But everybody's still doing it, and a lot of guys aren't getting it.
How many times did the Dolphins stop them last week? Stop the Saints last week.
They got to stop on the quarterback sneak at the end of the game to win it.
Twice. 3 times, I think, in that game they stopped him on 4th down.
And then 3 times there were 4th down situations, Commanders and the Dolphins and the game over in Madrid.
Well, so that game in Madrid.
It's all analytics, brother. I know that word you hate.
So when last on the coach's show last week, I asked Mike. I said, Mike, let's talk about the 4th and 1. Going 4th and 2 instead of kicking the field goal. And I go, I don't want to talk about should you or shouldn't you have. I asked him. I said, look, I know analytics say 100% go. I said, but what do you think about the pace of the game? Both teams had been stopped twice at the goal line in that game before that play.
So what he said,
and there was only 2 touchdowns scored in the game, 4 field goals. So you get the analytic thing, but then you look at the game, a low scoring game, and driving down the field and getting stopped at the goal line. And he said, yeah, I took that into account, but he chose to go for it. Okay, well, you went for it. Analytics say go for it, but you didn't get it.
I don't think he's a gut coach. I think he coaches he coaches by information.
He said so much. He said as much in his answer that, he said, yeah, I thought about it. I looked at it, but I go with the analytics. So
did you think the last minute of the last game, I haven't talked to you about this minute, they got real conservative. Like, we're going to kick a field goal. Yeah. And they wasted a lot of time there.
Let me tell you what. So let's go to another style. Let's go to, excuse me, 30 seconds left in the first half.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
You got no timeouts because you've squandered 2 timeouts.
Right. Burn the other one quickly.
With again, not being able to get 11 people on the field at the right time, or not getting the play call in properly at that time. Yes. So now you got no timeout. You got 30 seconds. You can't tell me you can't run a play and down it and down it.
That was my question to you. Do you not take a shot? So he knew he had the field goal.
Yeah. So you're standing there for they stopped at 4 seconds, 26 seconds.
Oh no, he stayed over the ball
and just
forever,
standing over the ball, and all
down.
Of a sudden you could hear the fans are all going, "Whoa, what? You can't."
I was surprised.
In 26 seconds, you can't get a play off. And then get to the line of scrimmage and snap the ball and down it.
Do you trust Tua?
I don't think so.
That's the first thing everybody thought.
I believe that part and parcel is part of the equation. I can't say for sure, but when I'm sitting there watching that happen, and I go, you don't trust him. You don't trust him with that football.
That's what I thought watching.
So I wouldn't trust him to throw the ball in that situation probably, but. Maybe I don't know. It
can't be to that point though. And by Mike has said, you've heard this, is he came out and just said the one thing just grinds my gears is turnovers,
right?
Interceptions, basically. That's what they've done mostly.
Yeah, but, and look, there should have been certainly one more interception in that game against New Orleans. I
thought it was. I was shocked. The ball went up, and I thought he got his hands underneath, but they couldn't overturn it.
Yeah,
because of cameras.
Yeah,
but that was a crazy one. Well, listen, like we said, man, the defense playing great, running game's good. And now we go for a little cold weather and a team that's struggling up there in the Jets, although they've won a couple of games here recently, and see what's going to happen. And at some point, Tua's got to get going.
One thing I like about the Jets, they don't have Quinnen Williams anymore.
No, I agree.
Well, he had a pretty big day on Thanksgiving.
Oh, man. Is he something? He got a second win. You know, it's funny. Sometimes they say a player needs a different scenery.
Different scenery, yeah.
He's that guy.
Yeah.
He got a second win playing for the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
Hey, Bo.
Hey, real quick, Joe, I need your pick for tonight. Bo can give his pick as well if you'd like. Lions 7-5, Cowboys 6-5 from Detroit. Detroit's favored by 3.
I'm taking the Lions. They got their backs against the wall. I think they come out.
Oh boy, the Lions defense looks so shaky last game. I'll go Cowboys.
Wow. All right. Everyone's taking the Lions, it seems like. They're the easy pick, but
Cowboys, boy, this Cowboys team looks a lot different.
They do look good. I'm kind of with you on that.
All indoor.
Well, again, you got big Quinnen Williams in the middle of the line.
No, you got
that Detroit running game has been pretty good for a while. And
hey, Bo, thanks, man.
Yep.
I appreciate you coming in here and making that effort through that traffic, and you're in a good mood and everything. I appreciate all that stuff. Hey, that's going to do it for our show. See you again tomorrow morning. Have a great day, everybody.